Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Triton-Cup number. Oh my god.
135!
Indeed, 135. We're hype about these future games and how will they go in the next few hours. My name is Fafka, and I'm here with Rai. How are you?
Hello, I am doing fine, a little bit tired, but that is alright, and we're immediately going into the first match here. We have Ifsan doing... There we go. Monteman, yes, versus Epitaph here on either side. We see them immediately fighting for the middle of the map. Obviously, one of Monteman, yes, immediately going down, and one of Epitaph is following immediately afterwards. The zone is very much fought for right now. Both zones just kind of half painted for each side.
Indeed, for now we can see a pencil. Both teams have a pencil. That's a really good observation. And for now we can see that they're all going down. Two of the Monteman Yes team are going down, and Tiramisu is going there. Oh my god! And they're now taking the zone. They flip the zone, and it goes back to neutral, back to control from Monteman.
Yeah, we just saw that stab taking out two people, unfortunately going down to that shot. The last player alive on the side of Monte here, going down to that mini now, and the points will be ticking a little bit for Epitaph here. They will obviously going to try to keep mid as long as possible. With that Wiper gone now as well, they'll be able to do that much more effectively, and the pencil going down as well. Just the shot trying to fight in the front here goes down as well. That gives the pencil a very good spot here behind that block, trying to take of any more players. That the Viper going down immediately again. The strikes are ready here. They're gonna need to push in with those now. Oh, the whales!
Ooh. And now the Stamper gets thrown, and oh my god, they got a kill. They got a Viper, a nice kill. The team Epitaph is extending their control by just getting pushed back, getting pushed the Montemanias team. And the ticks are going down. 3, 2, 1, and game.
Yeah, it was I mean, the start was very much fought for, and I mean, Monte had the zone control for a bit, but yeah, it was a very clean 100-0 down for Epitaph here. Actually, the lower seed of the two. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's seed 8 and 9. They're very close in the seeding and expected to be very close in the skill. We see the stamp double here from Acing once again. And I mean, 3 people down. Acing going down here doesn't even matter at this point when you get basically the entire enemy team down. And they just kind of held that control. Unfortunately, I mean, we just see here Pili going down to those whales. Very unfortunate placing with the strikes. That's just what strikes a weakness is. You are very vulnerable when you use them, so you kind of have to watch out that you can use them in a very safe spot.
Indeed, now that you can say that the Ink Strikers are very, very nice on this map, and both pencils did a really good job.
Oh yeah, they did. I mean, unfortunately, the pencil on the side of Monte kind of got picked by the other pencil. I'm not entirely sure if it was because they were a little bit too far front. I think that was probably the case. They were just a little bit too far front, but still they got, I think, a couple of picks at the start as well. So I think both of them did a good job. Unfortunately, the pen on the side of Epitaph just was able to hold so much more control on in mid, especially behind that block where they stationed themselves once they had that near wipeout. And well, we'll see if Monte can fix their mistakes in the next match here on Splatzone's Museum del Foncino.
Indeed, for now we can see that it's almost the same matchup.
Yeah, it has been. They both have each an AoE weapon, a more aggressive run-in weapon, a support, and the pencil, of course. Well, we immediately see the something going on the left side here. The Viper getting taken down immediately, and Epitaph is able to take the zone control first here. The shot and the 52 trading immediately. Pili trying to drop, maybe getting a pick on Acing, trading him out actually, and the Viper trying to obviously maybe force a zone flip, but maybe being a little bit too aggressive. Pili dropping once again without any control on. I mean, now they have control on the right side. Maybe it wasn't that bad of a drop after all, with the stamp coming out. Now, unfortunately, getting taken down. It is a 2v2 situation right now.
Indeed, now Monteman is taking the countdown, building a solid lead, and for now we can see a wavebreaker. Yeah, a wavebreaker. And they get that stamper right before, and the wipeout.
Yeah, but that's good for Monte, because now they have control over the plat area here. Pili trying to take that spinner on Epitaph's plat, but unfortunately goes down to 3 of the members of Epitaph, and the shot following immediately afterwards. The pencil obviously going to run back a little bit and maybe hang back a little bit, give the teammates a safe jump, I'll say. But they are able to hold the control for now. Skittles on the left side here with that hammer ready. Obviously going to throw it. Usually at this level, you don't really use it to stamp directly. Oftentimes you just throw it. So yeah, I mean, that's the play we'll be seeing from that mini splatling.
Indeed, for now we can see that they're trying to paint the zone. They're building a solid lead and pulling up front. They're now trying to get that another burst bomb, another stamper. Inkstrike is coming down, And now, ooh, a stamper going down. Another stamper going down from by the gal. The tacticaler gets thrown out, and pretty much that's a more solid computation for now.
Yeah, and they're already down to the 20s here. They're trying to obviously keep the zone here. The 52 having to jump out from that right side here. I mean, if you've ever seen higher level gameplay, you see them jump a lot around the map to their backlines, and they are obviously going to try to do so as well. And I mean, the zone is currently being fought for very heavily. Unfortunately, it does go to Epitaph here, and I feel like we might see another knockout here, maybe. Yeah, especially with a double from Acing. But oh my god, quad from Acing!
Whoa! Ouch! Whoa!
Oh my god,
that was so good. That was juicy.
That was juicy. Acing, hello in the chat. Good job on that quad. That was very satisfying to watch. Well, I mean, it gave them the game. I think the last two members of Monte tried to paint at the end here, but kind of forgot how big of a radius that Luna Blaster actually has. Yeah, it's I mean, Acing is pretty good on the weapon. I remember him pushing it for like quite a while now. So you would expect those types of plays from him. We see the tap shotting pen here against that Viper as well. That was a funny situation. I don't even think we mentioned it because there was so much going on in the match in general.
Indeed, for now we can see that like Acing is actually acing on this round.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
That was a very satisfying quad. Getting 2 with 1 indirect, throwing the stamp, getting another, and then directing the last one. Okay. You know what?
Yeah, that was...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you go. You go.
That was a relatively quick 2-0. I think Monte did a lot better on the second match here. They were able to hold control for a lot longer than on Barnacle? Umami Ruins. I don't know why
Ruins,
Umami Ruins. I don't know why I went Barnacle. on Umami Ruins. But that's just how Umami Ruins goes. The moment you lose control over mid, and especially your own plat, but I mean, they never really completely lost control over their plat, but just the team name Epitaph was just so good at keeping them in their plat that, well, they just cleanly 100-0'd them, and the second match was a lot closer, but still a very clean win for Epitaph. Going into winners bracket round 3, they're gonna have to wait a little bit though, because they're gonna wait for winners bracket round 1 to finish, then round 2, and then they can play again. So they'll be waiting for like quite a while now, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can just put some elevator music and just relax.
Yeah, usually teams tend to hop into open during like long waits, so they don't lose their how would you say that? I don't like their flow, right?
Yeah.
Like they stay in the game, right? Because what tends to happen, they have to wait like 50 minutes and then they get back and they're just completely out of it. Team play completely gone, aim completely gone. I mean, that's just what happens if you just don't play for like an hour straight. We are going to stay in winners bracket round 2 though. And wait for one of the sets in winners bracket round 1 to finish, and then we'll see Bomeli Nomali versus either Glaive or Legion Sombria.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I think we might go into a small break here waiting for them. I mean, unless they completely knock out now. But yeah, it might actually still be a small break. So stay tuned, hold on tight. We'll be back very, very soon.
Indeed.
Hello, welcome back. Me and Sofgar are still both your commentators here for Triton-Cup 135. We are still in winner's bracket round 2 this time with, I think you already saw it, Bomeli Nomali versus Glaive.
Yep, for now we can see that we can, that's Hagglefish Market, I think?
Yes, that is Hagglefish Market Zones.
Hagglefish Market for the first game.
Yeah, a very popular map mode. Probably both teams very experienced on it. I think most comp players are relatively experienced on this map mode specifically. It has the very narrow zone. The slight, I wouldn't call it a chokehold because there's the flanks, but you wouldn't usually push through the flanks. So it's like in all practicality a chokehold in the middle of the map here, and I'm interested to see how the teams go about doing that or going through that.
I'm also interested in that. Let's see how we can start with those.
Yeah, we'll see what they play, and they not. We see a not. You don't usually see that a lot, and we see a. We see splash on both ends here. We see a more short range, focused. Comp on the side of Glaive here, and on the side of Bomeli Nomali we have a more mid-ranged regular comp, I'll say, with a knot, which is not regular, but you know, whatever. But we do see the first crab coming out, getting that pick on that bucket, but I don't think they see the knot flanking, getting the crab from behind.
Yeah, the Nautilus is quite like the niche pick on these ones, don't you think?
Well, okay. But I think the Blaster hasn't got the memo that there was a not flanking, and they went all the way in their spawn. But I mean, it works for them here.
Yeah.
They get down to 70 right now. Miku having to drop down from that tent area, trying to just barely survive that enemy crab over there, and maybe even getting to hold the zone despite that rain and the Nautilus coming through, and the Nautilus dying on that right side there.
Yeah, for now we can see that Glaive is having a steady flow of points for them, and Tactical are coming in, a couple burst bombs from the other team, and the Ink Strikes going down to make that little change of control of the zone.
Yeah, we do see the 52 from Glaive here on the left side, trying to hold as much control there. And I mean, they got the control. They were able to force Bomeli Nomali out of their court area, and the poor Blaster gets punished here, forcing their bubble a little bit too far front. But the pencil is struggling a little bit on the left side here. Oh, getting the pick on that 52 though, very good
Not
pick.
struggling anymore.
Not struggling anymore, and maybe that'll get their team in finally.
Indeed, for now we can see a double by the Ink Strike from Bomeli Nomali. A 3-kill Ink Strike, not Ink Strike, sorry. A 3-kill from the other team.
Yeah, we do see Miku here trying to paint for another cooler for their teammates here, so that they can go in, but Blaster is a little bit too far front. Does not die, does die now, just as the cooler comes out, unfortunately. But maybe they can stop Bomeli Nomali from getting that lead, and they do, just barely 8 points away. But of course, Bomeli Nomali is going to try to get in there. Oh my god, that was a Blaster direct.
Yeah, indeed. For now, we can see that Bomeli Nomali is holding a loose of control of their zone, but now that Nautilus gets down by the Blaster.
Well, immediately back again with that cooler at their disposal, trying to survive that crab above them. What? Okay, well, I mean, the crab gets the pick. I was slightly confused, but you know, the crab gets the pick. That's good for them. But well, they can't get the cooler. from below there, which is really unfortunate, but they of course gonna try to opt for painting and don't have the zone just yet. It's only 4 points left on the penalty points here from Bomeli Nomali, and that might be the lead switch here finally for them. The splash up, trying to survive, getting the crab out, and just gets shredded really easily, though.
Yep. For now, Glaive is getting zoned out, and the crab from the Malino Mali is getting back. They kill the 95, the 52 Gal, and they got the game.
They get the game, yeah. And once they were in, they were just able to keep the team name. Sorry, my bad. Glaive, keep Glaive out of the game there with that more range focused comp that they have. I mean, obviously they also have the splash, but you know they just play crab and bush bombs for the most part. So. Theoretically, it's also midline. Anyways,
Theoretically.
Theoretically, but yeah, the Glaive did struggle a lot getting back in once they were forced out, especially dying very early when they had that cooler already, which they should have probably pushed with in that instance.
Yeah. Well, for now, we can wait for the second game, which is, well, let's see, which is a Mako Mart. We love Mako Mart.
We do love Mako Mart in this household. I know a couple people that don't, but like it's still one of the most.
We don't talk about them. We don't talk about them.
Exactly. Opinion rejected. /J. Obviously. Anyways, Mako Mart still being, especially on zones, still being one of the staples for Splatoon 3. Map lists. I don't think I've ever seen a map list where, or map pool where Mako Mart zones was not in it.
Yeah.
You know, except for obviously picnic system, but if you have a set map pool, you're probably putting Mako Mart zones on it. So teams are very experienced on this one as well. Both teams sticking to, well, almost sticking to what they got, except for that Nautilus getting onto the gold knot instead with Splashdown, which
Ooh.
Sure, I don't mind that. I think that's fun.
Yeah, I do also think that's fun. A splashdown in this map could be really useful.
Oh, definitely, yeah. With all the ledges here that they have, you can probably get really easy picks out of it. But we do see two down on the side of Bomeli Mali, and obviously Glaive is going to try to get in with that, but they're not fully succeeding here with the pen having to jump out immediately, and well, the blaster and the splash immediately being down as well. We do see a splashdown from the blaster as well. By the way, I kind of didn't see that.
For now, we can see a tactical or getting thrown out for their team, so they can push out the Bomeli Mali, because they cannot stop the countdown from them. Actually, they can. Or not.
Well, now they can. Now they can. That's what Splashdown is good for. That is what Splashdown is good for. If you don't crack and cheese, you Splashdown cheese, I guess. Anyways, the strike getting thrown as well. Getting cap back for Bomeli Mali here. And well, Glaive is gonna try to find some picks on the left side here with that blaster taking that left stack. A very important position to have, especially if you have that splash trying to get it on the left side as well. Obviously the blaster is going to look to try and defend it, and the zone, the cap goes back to Glaive here. Unfortunately, that blaster goes a little bit too far in, and that 52 joining them immediately, which means that, well, Glaive is down 2 again, and Bomeli Mali can just kind of run in, kind of, but they kept control, which is very impressive.
Yeah, Glaive is getting those points. Actually, they don't anymore. The penalty points are going down. They're now back into neutral.
Oh my god, that 52 is trying their best to survive a crab, a pencil, and a bucket. And well, they survived longer than I thought they would have. But unfortunately, they eventually went down anyways. With that splash trying to get that right side here from Bomeli Mali. Maybe with a couple of burst bombs, I think they might have their crab. Well, they don't have their crab ready anymore because they're dead. But
they're all wiped out.
Yeah, they're all wiped out, which means the blaster can go over that right side that they've wanted to do the entire game, basically, and they jump out to get that cooler, I assume, and maybe get that left side, stop the pencil from, like, maybe going a little bit further, but they get splashdown cancelled by the pencil they try to attack.
Ooh, ouch. For now, we can appreciate a little bit how the pencils are just getting that zone, and Glaive is getting back down. on those points. Can they make the lead switch? They can.
Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like Glaive is like feeding a lot, but they keep the control so immaculately by just pushing Bomeli Numali out as much as they can. Not even a splashdown can cap the zone this
Ooh.
time, and it's only the pencil left. I don't think they can take the zone in time. They can't.
And the game is for Glaive.
Yeah, and we're on a 1-1 now. We're very even on even playground right now. It all comes down to the last map, which I think is Umami Zones again. Which, well,
Ooh.
we've seen how Umami Zones. I think it's Umami Zones, if I'm not mistaken. Wait.
Yeah, we'll see it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can do see that definitely that splashdown did not work for them.
Yeah, it absolutely did not. They tried. I think they might have thought they didn't have any other choice left at this point, especially with a pen trying to paint over the zone as well. But I think it was like they splashed down right as the pencil was recharging again. So it might have worked if the pencil and the splashdown were shooting, or like the splashdown happened and the pencil was shooting at the same time. That might have worked, or would have probably worked. But yeah, they unfortunately just mistimed it and went in when the pencil was on downtime. But yeah, I
Yep.
was right. We are going back to Umami Zones, which again is just the map where you get locked out once and then you lose the entire game.
Yep. For this one, you really need that control for the first time. Like, not for the first time, but you need to win that team fight all the time.
Yeah,
Obviously, but
yeah. I mean, obviously, but the worst thing that can happen to you on Umami Zones is that the entire team gets wiped, or or you get pushed out so far that the enemies can take your plat. Because once, especially on that dome, once the pen. Or one of the pens has control over that dome, it can be very, very difficult to get out of there, and you're basically forced to take it back with specials. So I'm assuming they're probably going to take that that position once they are able to. But well, we're still in neutral. We just started the game, and we'll see how the first team fights work.
yeah, for the first time, I'm seeing here a roller getting swapped out by the Nautilus that was before, and that's an interesting pick, which is now getting them a kill, but immediately getting wiped out by the pencil.
Yeah, Panzer's trying to maybe force some more picks on that top mid area, probably the most important area to take in this map. It's just a lot of deaths falling. We're just basically playing a 2v2 the entire time here. Roller trying to get that 52 down, but I think that 52, just because of the range advantage, gets the pick here. Trying to get that splash out as well. The strikes coming out now for Bomeli Numali. It's just a kind of a back and forth right now. That Roller trying to find a little bit more picks in the front, getting down the blaster. The bucket immediately following gets punished as well. And I think the crab gets pushed, gets popped just to give their team a little bit more time to regroup. Oh, that Roller.
Yep, nah, don't worry. But yeah, for now, we do see that. Oh, okay.
Whoa! What was the bucket doing?
Okay, you go.
That was slightly confusing because the Roller went back to paint the zone and the bucket went front trying to take more space. That was slightly weird. But, Bomeli Numali are able to have a little bit more points on the board. Glaive is trying to get the zone cap on the left side. That Blaster being a little bit too hungry for the kill on the splash, I believe it was. And, well, they failed to get that zone cap, and it's down to the 30s. And Mia, with that 52, trying to maybe move their way into dangerous territory, getting onto the top mid here, trying to fight that bucket, getting the pick here, unfortunately going down to that Roller as well. That Roller getting, I think, a triple, a quad.
Whoa!
And I think that's game.
A wipeout for Bomeli Numali.
And I think that's game and set for Bomeli Numali. Actually, that Roller pick was really beneficial for them. I think just mistimings with the bucket and the roller, but they did well. They won the match, and got back here. Yeah, and good job, Bumali Nomali. You're going to winners bracket round 3 next.
Yeah, they basically said this is our zone.
Oh, they did say that. I mean, again, we didn't even see any of the teams, or I mean, in this case, Bumali Nomali, getting so far in front that they can take that plat area, but they were just able to keep Glaive just stuck in their plat with that crab, with that roller, especially with the bubble, with the splats that roller got here, especially at the end here with that bubble on the left side. That was a really good bubble from them, getting to keep the zone on the left side from being flipped in safety.
Indeed. But yeah, for now we can wait for the next set. So yeah.
I am thinking, I don't even think we need to go into a break.
Oh, okay.
Or,
that's actually fine. That's actually really good.
Because we have the next set ready already, which is going to be Drake May what? versus Vivify. Slightly confusing name, but sure. It's basically just Drake May, and in between it's the same name in quotation marks again. I'm not entirely. That's probably some sort of inside joke that we don't know about, but the team probably thinks it's funny.
But yeah, I mean, everyone has their inside jokes. But yeah, this is wait. Bubble Ducket? Okay. Okay.
Okay, here you see the name in all its glory once again, as I just described it. We're probably just gonna call them Drake because that's easier to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna be moving on to Splat Zone's Mahi Mahi Resort first, and I do want to mention we are now at a best of 5, as you can see on screen, and at counter picks. Of course, Zones Mahi as the first one, and then the loser gets to pick the next one. It is still, obviously still Zones because we're still playing Triton-Cup.
Yep.
But they can at least pick the map.
They can at least pick the map. We're not holding them hostage.
Yeah, I'm actually, wait, I might be slightly stupid right now. It's not a fixed map mode. Is it a fixed map mode? A fixed map pool? I'm not entirely sure.
Actually.
Wait, I haven't played
question,
Triton in like a hot minute. I don't actually, and I haven't captained it either. No, it is not. It is Picnic. 6 maps per team, so they can pick one of their own picks. Yeah, maybe we see some. Okay, we see Urchin from the side of Drake. They picked Urchin Zones.
Ooh.
And Vivify?
Yeah, Vivify.
Picked Sturgeon Zones, which I think are the most interesting map modes that we could see potentially in this set here. Urchin is pretty fun. I think most people still don't know how to play Urchin. I don't know how to play Urchin yet. Still relatively new map.
Yeah, for me it's like, yeah, I don't know how to play Urchin either. Like it's a bit weird, and for me it feels a little bit closed,
Yeah, I think the problem is with Urchin is that it's a lot wider than most maps in the game, but a lot shorter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shorter. That's the word.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna go into the match, and we see an ink brush. We see an ink brush, the one with stamp. Surprisingly, I think most of the time you would see the one with whales, and we see a stamper comp with the 52 splash and the pen on the other side again. Standard comps except for the ink brush again. We do see Splash and Pen a lot of the time, but we do see Vivify also getting the zone cap, not first, but the first real zone cap. But the crab coming out, trying to maybe get their team in. Unfortunately, they all go down, which means that probably Vivify can keep that zone control for now.
Yeah, for now, Vivify is surging ahead. Now the pencil is alone from Jake,
Oh my god.
and the Zipcaster was going through them, and for now we see that some burst bombs, a tacticaler, so they can go push back and try get that zone.
Yeah, we do see the 52 going down, that Stamper as well, and they can probably take the zone now, and they do that, trying to get maybe the splash on that left side as well, and they do finally can take the entirety of mid here for themselves. Spore trying to maybe set up some mines on the left side to prevent Vivify from dropping in that area, or if they drop, they get immediately, chipped for potentially that pencil to get some splats. And of course, they're gonna look below the legend, getting the pencil out. That was really nice of that ink brush, and I think they can take the lead here.
Yeah, they do. They grab the lead. For now, we do see how they keep pushing them back to avoid getting them into the middle. They're stuck in the spawn and just below 10 ticks for Drake to win.
Oh, that Stamper trying to... Oh, no, okay. That Stamper tried to take out that pencil, unfortunately gets tap-shotted just as they almost got the pick. And, well, Drake is able to take the first point here on Mahi Zones, and we'll need to wait for Vivify to choose their map for the next game.
Indeed. Well, for now, let's just wait for a little bit, and we can maybe judge a little bit about the map pick.
I mean, yeah, well, we'll see. They're probably gonna try to pick something where the ink brush won't be such a nuisance, because I felt like they had a slight problem, especially with that ink brush below the ledge on the left side, even taking out the pencil, which I think was just the start of the fall that Vivify experienced that match. God. Oh my god. They would probably want to pick something where the ink brush can be a little bit more predictable, a little bit. I can't speak anymore. A little bit more.
Me neither, actually.
God, a little bit more like an easy target, where they'll be an easy target, I'll say.
Or maybe to force them to not be like to play ink brush.
Or that, yeah. But I don't. I mean, oh. I think Sendo just crashed on my end.
No.
At least. Okay, no, it's back. It was just on my end, I feel.
Whoa.
Anyways, okay.
My heart dropped.
No,
my heart dropped.
I have Sendoing on my one monitor, and I just see it like, oh, server issue, and I was like, uh-oh. Anyways, we're going to Hagglefish Market once again.
Yep.
Which, I mean... Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. I mean, the ledges are still might still be a problem for Vivify, but as I have said, I think last set it was, it is a slight chokehold in mid, so the ink brush is slightly more predictable on this map, especially if you can watch the flanks on either side. Right side might be the best bet for that ink brush, from the side of Vivify, obviously, but. So if you just watch it, you'll be able to keep it out. So they'll be forced to play more around their specials, especially in mid, especially during a neutral fight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the ink brush is gonna be more of a like sideliner rather than just painting all over. But yeah, as personal experience for like ink brushes and stuff and octobrushes, they're just going up to your face and just be like annoying. But you know what? Yeah. Like when you know that someone is annoying, they're good,
Yeah, that is true. That is precisely their job, to annoy you, right? So we'll see if they stick to that ink brush, or if they do stick to the
They
ink brush.
are.
But I think that is the vanilla ink brush, which just
It
makes my point
is.
even clearer. They're probably going to just spam bombs at first. They're not gonna run in. They're gonna spam bombs. On the other side, we do see the exact same come from Vivify. So yeah, we'll see if there's an immediate crab though. I do want to mention.
Whoa. Yep.
There's the whales. There's the bombs. That's all that's happening. Now the ink brush is going over the right side, but unfortunately it gets
They
taken out,
get
as I just said. Yeah.
stopped. They get stopped by all the Vivify teams, the whole Vivify team. I cannot speak. The bucket gets down, and now Vivify takes the lead. Now they go back into neutral, back into control. They take the edge of the zone, and for now they're trying to get the zone. They were struggling a little bit, but now they're getting back into tracks.
Yeah, and that Zipgaster gets popped to maybe get
Ooh.
rid of that ink brush, but the slasher comes in, saving them, and that is a wipeout for Drake here, and they can take the lead immediately. The Pens are going all the way as far forward as possible. Really, that crab getting popped on that stack here. Wonny trying to survive that ink brush with the Zipcast, but I think they might actually go down here, especially because the ink brush is still alive. No, the ink brush goes down actually, but we are in the last in the lower half now. The strikes get pushed to take care of that crab. They do, definitely.
Ooh. And now we do see that the killer whale is doing their job. The tactical alert gets pulled out from the Drake side, and the Zipcaster is trying to go in, but they immediately die.
Yeah, Zipcaster is a very inconsistent special in this meta right now. You have to exceed at it and play more around your distraction purposes, but I don't think Vivify can paint the zone quickly enough. Actually,
I didn't even realize.
And
I was so focused, I didn't realize that they won.
Well, Drake got the next knockout here. They were just able to keep Vivify out. I am completely honest. I don't think that Zipcaster is working too well for them. Unfortunately, every time we see I don't think it's a bad special, but it's just super inconsistent, and that's not what Vivify needs right now. They need consistency, especially to take care of that brush, to take care of that pen that has been just terrorizing them the last two games. I think the Stamper itself, with the weapon, has been doing a good job, but just the Zipcasters just have failed them every single time. And of course the poor strikes on that crab, just the cherry on top, and just sealed the deal for Drake.
Yeah, actually, they were not even with their pick, they could won against the ink brush. It's just amazing how they're playing a style is.
Oh, God. I almost dropped something, sorry.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh
no. We'll see if Vivify sticks to their plan. Some teams like to just stick all the way. Some of them. Oh, we're going on Barnacle. This time we're going on Barnacle.
Oh, Barnacle.
Finally. I love Barnacle, but it is another contender for, hey, we immediately get we get locked out and we can't move in again. That's just kind of irregular for Splatoon 3. Unfortunately, that happens a lot, especially on zones. It is very easy to get locked out because you don't need to watch the objective. You can just run in front of the zone and then just stay there. And if you win the team fights, the other team, you 100-0 KO.
Yeah. Okay. So we see Barnacle Dime, and what are your recommendations on this map?
I think I'm not entirely sure, but I do understand the premise again. It is a very predictable map. You have to use specials to get in. You can't flank as much. I mean, there are kind of the flanks, but they're not really that good necessarily.
Yeah.
And oh my god, look! I called it. They went to Booyah Stamper.
Ooh, yeah.
They switched off of the Zipcaster. They realized it wasn't working, and they switched off of it. I think that's a good call here from Wonhee on the side of Vivify. The Crab immediately getting out. Unfortunately, the Pencil also getting out of the game. First thing that happens, the Stamper running in, Splash running in, 52 running in.
Whoa.
Everyone just kind of running in. Only the Splash remaining on the side of Vivify, though. I don't think they're jumping back, though. Oh, that
Yeah,
Booyah!
the Booyah Bomb gets taken off guard for
Grab is so
Dragon
good!
and yeah, they're all running back to spawn. They're gonna get pushed back. They cannot. Maybe they will get getting stuck in spawn because they're just taking such a good control of the map.
Yeah, and we do have to say the 52 Stamper combo is very good for Vivify. Unfortunately, that Stamper and the Splash as well get taken down immediately. The 52 trying to hold space as much as they can. They do have that wall at their disposal, but they're not using it for some reason. The Stamper getting taken out by that same Splash again here. But they got to push down to 40. They just need to make sure they don't get locked out themselves.
Yeah, and I mean, now the Crab is getting pulled out by Drake, and for now, we do see that the Pencil is trying to get all that zone, maybe trying to get that tacticaler that they're looking for to push back, because even though they're still in the lead, they might lose it.
Yeah, they use pretty much all of their specials. That brush, and everyone gets taken down on the side of Drake, and they are able to keep the lead for now, positioning themselves onto that stack. Of course, the Splash trying to get their Crab ready for when Drake wants to move in themselves, and I mean they're already doing so with the whales, with that brush going on that stack. Oh my god, the Stamper taking out that brush. Finally, good job on that Stamper. That was a very important pick for them, because now they have no penalty points anymore, and they can continue to take points now. Unfortunately, the strikes will pause the zone for a while. Oh, nice Booyah.
Whee. That was really nice, a really nice Booyah Bomb from them. And now there's less than 15 ticks from Vivify. They're trying to get back into the zone. They lose the control back to Drake.
They do, and they will need to keep control over the zone for, I mean, not even that long, actually. Their penalty points are almost over. The Crab gets popped now. The strikes are also ready, but they... Oh my god, 2 are down on the side of Vivify, which... 3 are down, actually. It's only the Pencil left, which means that will probably be the lead flip, unless they get, like, a really good picks here. And they do with... okay, never mind. They get taken out themselves, unfortunately.
That was such a good flip. They got that flip. Drake takes the control, the zone, and starts back the countdown to 0.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they did get locked out towards the end there and couldn't get back in. They kept going down. I mean, I do think it worked a lot better this match for them, but yeah, it wasn't quite enough, and Drake is able to get out of this set with a 3-0 clean sweep, moving into winners bracket semis, actually.
Ooh, yeah, they are, actually. But yeah, this was such a really nice set from both teams. Vivify did such a great job with their defense and control, and pretty much that. It's just that their Loki left me speechless.
Yeah, I mean they had really good control. Especially towards the middle of the match, it was really that one lockout that just solidified the win for Drake. Especially that brush getting onto the top left over there, and that bucket. Was it the brush getting the double over there? I don't I don't actually know what that's called. The block area there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
block
bucket.
area.
That was the bucket actually getting the double over there. That was insanely huge as well. And the splash getting the chips and I think it was one pick with the burst bombs as well. Just kind of it left Vivify without any real counterplay, especially. They burned their specials really quickly, used them all up at once, which didn't help with that as well.
Indeed. For now, let's just wait for the next set.
Yeah, I was going to say we're gonna watch the other set, which is gonna be Yoshi is Sick. They just got done with their set, and I have no idea what's happening in the other winners bracket round 3 match because they are still 0-0. What is
Whoa.
happening?
Whoa.
But I would say I would call a break here for us. I mean, they're gonna have to play out a best of 5 as well. Oh, well, you can watch Jorian play today's Wordle actually, as you can see on stream. But yeah, we're gonna take a small break. Have fun watching the Wordle gameplay. We'll be back in hopefully not too long.
Yeah.
onto that kid, and they get a quad. They will a full wipeout by now multiple members. That's a fifth and now a sixth. As Zenith, she cannot be stopped. They're close to me. They're big double! Huge double Dazuka!
Getting ready to get a really big push going. Funny here, pushing up, getting a pick onto Jared. Now flanking around and getting 3 members. That's a complete wipe.
Chris getting taken down, but Melon's still here on the sidelines, just trying to get something done. But really nice shot across the side angle. Will actually target back at Mega as well.
Shot by Ice because with the buoy bomb, a little pain power and a full wipeout.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a Getting Started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
Welcome back, everyone. We just had an intense first half of the tournament between Drake and Vivify, and things are starting to really heat up. I'm here with Rai, and how are you doing now?
Yeah, I'm still slightly confused, but we have a little bit of a delay in winners bracket round 3, so we're doing losers bracket right now. Anyways, yeah, Bomeli Numali, we've seen them before, and we are seeing Bubble Ducket now. Very well. Bubble, insane name, but yeah, we do see relatively. Well, we already saw Bomeli Numali, and we see a relatively standard comp from Bubble Ducket here in orange, and we're gonna see, well, Mahi Mahi once again, the pen immediately going down on the side of Bubble Ducket, and the blaster getting a 180 direct. Oh my god.
Oh my, that was basically an unofficial wipeout.
Yeah, it was pretty much a wipeout, a little staggered one, but I mean, that's even better than a regular wipeout because they need even more time to get back into the action because they need to wait. But unfortunately, that bucket goes down to a bomb here from Bubble Ducket, and the not immediately following as well. The strikes coming out to maybe clear a bit more of that behind zone area. But oh my god, they don't get the zone actually, and the crab forces the pen to jump out actually. Forcing Bubble Ducket, or like just pushing them back onto their plat once again. We are almost down to the 30s, and Bubble Ducket still need to get back that mid control to have a chance of potentially saving this match.
Yeah, I don't think they really have a chance. Yeah. Oh my lord. And 3, 2. Oh. We might be getting a little. Oh my god, we got it. They got it, and that's the flip. Bubble Ducket takes the zone and starts the countdown.
Yeah, and they are looking good right now, taking that left side with the blaster below the ledge, having to move on to the right to maybe help their teammates a little bit more. And that bubble getting out, maybe. Unfortunately, that Knot was able to get into the bubble and take down that blaster, and I think the zone is gonna be flipping again here, and that blaster getting taken out once again. That bucket trying to survive on that plat, but unfortunately does not do so, and they are just back to their spawn once again, and we see the bucket on the plat actually trying to force them back even further.
Yeah, for now the penalty points are draining down as pretty quickly, which can be both beneficial and not so beneficial for Bubble Ducket and vice versa for Bomeli Numali. For now, the zone is back into neutral. Bomeli Numali is getting back, melting those penalty points back to 5 and 3. There is a stop, there is a neutral, and Bubble Ducket gets back into the zone. What just happened there?
Every single time Bomeli Numali are like basically about to KO, Bubble Ducket just locks in and gets the zone cap at least for a while here. Tenkai trying to survive with the bombs all over his body there. Does survive actually, gets a pick here, gets taken out by the enemy crab though, and the zone control goes back to Bomeli Numali on their quest to get that KO once more.
Yeah, we do see that. For now, we can see that the pencil is on top of the sponge, trying to get those points to get the tactical for their team and go push back.
Yeah, just barely surviving that rain as well, and we are back again. 15 seconds left, but I think that might be a zone flip for Bubble Ducket once more if they can. Well, they do get the zone flip once more, but I think they're immediately getting forced out by that bucket crab combo and a wipeout, which allows that bucket to go all the way in front. Gets immediately punished by that blaster though.
Yeah, the blaster is looking really strong on this map. Actually, it's just really, how do I say it? It's just on top of everybody.
Yeah, I mean they've been hitting their direct, so that's a very good. And it is happening
Oh my
again.
God.
It is happening again. Bomeli Nimali almost.
That's the third, I think.
Yeah. Every single time they get close, they immediately get shut down by any strikes and the just collective team play that they just kind of lock in. But they are immediately forced back out, and Bomeli Numali again. I think this might be it. Actually, it's only like 10 seconds left, and I don't think Bubble Ducket can get in quick enough to stop that from happening, and they can't actually. And the first point goes to Bomeli Numali on Mahi Mahi. Moving on to Robo Roman next.
Oh, Robo Roman. That's actually quite the popular pick between these days on Splat Zones.
Oh, definitely. It is probably one of the most favorite Spat Zones maps. It's I do think it has its flaws, especially with the small chokeholds that the map has on the plat areas. But yeah, it has the trench. It is a very popular map mode and very good for crabs. So
Yeah,
we will
indeed.
probably be still seeing the crabs on either side.
Indeed. For now, let's just wait till the other teams get their picks and just comment a little bit how maybe some picks like Hydra or maybe an Enzap would be nice over here.
I don't think they're probably. I think Hydra is. It's probably one of Hydra's best maps. But I don't. I'm not gonna assume that they're gonna switch off of the pens. They probably are gonna stick on.
Yeah,
the
it's quite the good pick for just ranked in general.
Oh yeah, that definitely. If you're a Hydra player, you are probably happy to see the Robo Roman in rotation, but yeah, both teams are going to stick to the pencils, and we're going to see a splashdown now from the blaster on the side of the Bubble Ducket.
Indeed, now the Bomeli Nomali is taking the lead, and Bubble Ducket is getting zoned out. They really cannot. They're running out of time for now in these first seconds, and the penalty just keeps riling up for them as they just keep the pressure on them.
Yeah, and well, that two go down on the side of Bomeli Mali, but I don't think. Well, now they do. Bubble Ducket going in, having the strikes ready, forcing Bomeli Mali a bit further back, even getting a pick on that splash. Very good pick here from Reset. Unfortunately, goes down, but the zone gets flipped, so penalty points do get applied to Bomeli Mali's score, and that was also a really nice pick from that bucket here, trying to find even more, having to drop down though.
Yeah, we do see that the buckets are getting a little fight over there, and the crab is getting popped out on Bubble Ducket's side. Ink strikes are flowing out of Bomelino Mali and just keep going down, melting those penalty points and wipe out from Bomelino Mali.
Yeah, and the cooler is out for Bomeli Numali again as well, which gives them even like a bigger advantage here. The bucket fight on the left side here. Reset trying to survive by jumping out, but probably getting it taken out as well here. The crab as well getting taken out by that bucket on the side of Bomeli Numali, and I don't think Bubble Ducket has enough time to get back into the middle, and they don't, and that is a clean 2-0 sweep for Bomeli Numali, who are allowed to play more of Triton-Cup for today, moving into losers bracket round 4 now.
Yeah, they are. For now, we're just seeing quite the fast rounds on this on these hours.
We are, and I am looking at the bracket right now to see where the where the set that we're originally waiting on is standing right now, and they're on a 2-1 right now, which means we're probably gonna need to wait for them a little bit longer. Meanwhile, winners bracket semis is actually playing already. Currently 1-0 for Tim Geo. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, Tim Geo, let's just say that.
Tim Geo Fan Club versus Drake, and it's 1-0 for Tim Geo Fan Club right now.
Yep.
We do see that crab dropping here, trying to save Reset from getting taken by that bucket. Unfortunately, getting taken out themselves. Kind of a backfire. That play backfired a little bit. But yeah, that was a very clean sweep from Bomeli Numali. I mean, we'll continue to watch them. Maybe they do well against. They might play against Glaive next again,
Ooh.
potentially.
That's interesting, though. Like, Glaive just actually really showed good showcasing of their abilities or what they can do on the previous sets and other the other games.
Yeah, they got immediately knocked into losers bracket by Bomeli Numali, but have been doing a 2-0 streak against one Blood Ink Moonception. That's a crazy name, but I think that's just a mashup of three or four team names. And against Gebrochen wie ein Rochen, and now they're playing against Vivify, but they're 1-1 right now, so Bomeli Numali will have to wait another game to see if they can play against the same opponents they have before.
Indeed. Well, for now, we can just take a little small break and
Oh my god. Yeah, well,
maybe.
wait.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to take a break. Actually, Epitaph just won 3-1 against Ghost Emoji in winners bracket round 3, so we can actually
Ghost
move
emoji.
on. Yeah, well, so they are actually moving into winners bracket semis, and the semi set that we would have actually been watching the entire time, that we've been waiting on, is finally ready, and it is Epitaph versus Yoshi is Sick here. They're all just right now getting into the lobby, but I don't think we need to take a break, actually. I think that might be
Yeah,
like
my bad. That was my bad.
No, it's fine. You can't always watch brackets, so we good.
But yeah, like I honestly think that the Yoshi is sick is a little bit funny, even though I don't understand any of the context behind that.
Well, I mean, Yoshi is one of their players. I'm just assuming he's probably like just sick, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
We'll see if that stunts his ability to play the video game or not. But I mean, they've gotten to winners bracket semis, so I mean, I think they're doing good.
Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. But we'll see if Epitaph can maybe strike back. I mean, we saw them as our first set today as well. They had a really good set against Monteman, yes. And they won against Seed 1.
Yep.
Which, GG's, good job, 3-1. So we'll see how they feel, how they do here against Seed 4. Yoshi is sick, who's been having, well, I mean, they went 3-2 in their last set, which and they've been on break for like the last 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
So potentially potentially they've been playing open. Who knows? Maybe that doesn't affect them at all. Some people just can play good whenever. They don't need warm-up. That also exists. So we'll see. Hi guys, I'm back. Welcome back, Acing, I guess. We are finally at winners bracket semis. So yeah, where's the... Okay, I was gonna say, I'm currently just watching the other streamer, Jorian, is showing us with the actual game, and it was slightly confusing because there were still like 4 people in the room, but they're finally like showing up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Icing is playing there. I kind of forgot about that. That was the thing. Yeah, he is
Icing
in
really... Yep. I mean...
Well, I was reminded of the stamp incident. Anyways,
oh my.
of the Lunar Blaster.
Yeah, the Lunar Blaster.
Maybe
He was just.
maybe he'll pull that off again.
I mean, it was just amazing. The quad kill is just chef kiss.
Yep. I have been okay. So I mentioned gebrochen wie ein Rochen. Like a couple minutes ago, and that's the team is one of my a couple of my friends, and it's a German team name. So whenever they go on to play international tournaments, the commentators struggle a lot because it's a long name and it's a German name. So. And I've just been pinged with a message, first international commentator to pronounce the team name right. But I do feel like I have the upper hand in that because I am German. So it'd be kind of upsetting if I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah. Ja.
Yeah.
Ein, zwei, Polizei.
Oh my god.
I used to have what's it called? I used to have a German partner. I learned a lot.
Okay, I was confused. That was genuinely good pronunciation. That's why I was confused. Anyways, they're finally they're all finally in the room. They're finally all in the room, and we are moving into Make 'em Art zones.
Okay, that was. Okay.
Oh damn.
Okay. First we have Make 'em Art zones. Who doesn't love Make 'em Art? And yeah, for now. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
We're also back to best of fives now. We took a
yes,
little
we're back
detour
to best of 5.
Yeah, to the best of 3 territory in losers bracket. But yeah, we're back to best of 5s and counter picks. So they're taking a bit. So I'm looking if there's like any interesting map modes that they picked. No, those are very standard from Epitaph, and Yoshi is Sick has the exact same map modes. Okay. Anyways, we're not gonna be seeing any fun map modes this match, unfortunately.
But yeah. Either
Alright.
way, we can. Oh, okay.
Tetra. Oh wow.
Whoa.
Okay. We do see the Luna Blaster back, and we see a Tetra Zimmy comp with a Splashdown Blaster on the side of Yoshi is Sick here. Let's see if the mid is immediately forced back. There's an immediate trade from both sides, a 3v3 happening, but Epitaph is able to take the first zone cap, getting pushed back by losing 2 of the members immediately though.
Yeah, for now we can see that they're back. They go into control for the first time by Yoshi is Sick, and Epitaph got one of their members alone, which now they're trying to go back into the battlefield. The Tetra Dualies are trying to stop the Gal, but they were unable to.
Oh my god, that Gal is moving, by the way. I do want to mention that. Oh, Acing getting taken out by that Tetra. Of course, it's not very difficult to take out a Stamp here. That was a nice play from that 52, I believe. But the restarter is ready. Obviously not here to cap the zone, but maybe get an upper hand on that right stack potentially if they can get over there. Because I mean, restarter can clear out areas very well, or they do that.
Yep. For now, we can see that Yoshi's Sick is getting those 7 penalty points left, and maybe they can win this round, or maybe they don't. Epitaph is getting back into the game, and they kill those dualies with such flawlessly, and pretty much they're getting back into control. Those 70 penalty points are getting melted down for the first time. And now we see that the minigun, not the minigun, I'm sorry, the
it is
Splatling. The Splatlings are trying to get there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, it is a minigun, let's be honest. But yeah, Epitaph is able to take back control over that zone. Cooler comes out to help the front lines here in taking their fights. Mini throwing the Stamp, getting the pick on the other Mini Splatling. And, well, they have full control over the mid here, trying to take out that Tetra on the right side. And Satellite... Where's the E? What happened to the E anyways?
Where's the E?
Gets that pick, and we are down to the last 40 points here. Acing taking that... Oh, they're winning that fight, winning another fight, actually. This might be huge for Epitaph here if they can get that bubble gone on that mid area here, because everybody on the side of Yoshi is sick, is just clumped there. They still have control over the zone. This might be huge. The Stamp is ready. Oh, the blaster! The blaster has splashdown though.
No.
Whoa!
Yeah, whoa.
What is happening? No! Oh my god!
Whoa! Okay.
Everything just happened in the span of 2 seconds. Oh my god!
I am still processing that.
Yeah, unfortunately though, Epitaph has a 60-point penalty to get to burn through now. They will need to win a lot of fights here to take that, especially with the bubble probably getting on to that left stack here, and they do, getting 2 out on the side of Epitaph, and well, trying to take back that zone control, and they probably do. They don't actually. I am lying with that 52 trying to paint over the Mini and that Tetra on the left side. I believe it was the Tetra. Yes, it is the Tetra. They are super weak there. 52 getting a double here, trying to get a triple on that Tetra, and they do. It is only 20 penalty points left. Benny trying to get control over that left side. That was a nice direct. That was another nice direct one. Oh my god, what is happening? But that's probably the lead switch though for Epitaph, and it is. And I don't think Yoshi is sick is able to take control quickly enough. Wow.
Whoa, that just happened really quick.
I think I just yapped for 30 seconds like straight. I'm very sorry about that, but there was so much.
Nah, it's okay. It's really fine.
All of a sudden.
It's really fine.
All right. But that is the first the first point going to Epitaph here, and Yoshi is sick is forced to take their first counter pick.
Indeed. For now, let's just rewatch this really nice play by Epitaph and Yoshi is sick for just a couple seconds. It just happened a lot of things really fast. I'm still processing a lot of that, but yeah.
Oh, we're going on Hagglefish Market next once again. Well, I mean, I think probably already established that Hagglefish is a very popular map mode, and I think both teams have picked the exact same map modes as their picks, which are just basically the most popular map modes for maps for zone. That's just what it looks like picnic at this level. Sometimes you see some outliers. Most of the time you see the same 6 or 5 or 6 maps. But Yoshi is sick. Feel probably a lot more comfortable on this one as it see. Losers bracket 3.3 is playing Hammerhead right now. You are kidding me. You are not real right now. Hold. Goddamn. They just finished. Goddamn. They just finished Hammerhead. Okay.
Oh my god.
But well, they someone picked Hammerhead. You don't see that very often.
My lord.
It's a hallway map. You don't see it often because it's just not a good map. Let's be honest. But if they have Liter, maybe that might be the reason. But we're gonna move on to match 2 here. The exact same comp on both sides, I believe.
Yep.
No, that's a splash, not a mini.
Yeah.
That is not a mini. That is a splash. Actually, they do. I mean, Crab is a lot better on this map. To be fair, that's probably why. I mean, they probably wanted to play Crab on this map specifically to probably handle the pen and potentially that 52 with the wall as well. The Crab immediately getting the popped as well to maybe take care of mid.
Yeah, indeed. For now, we can see that the Tetras and the Luna Blaster are getting decked out. And for now, we do see that the Stamper gets thrown and a splashdown gets now pulled out by Yoshi's Sick.
Ooh, that was a nice pick from that Sea Blast onto the Luna Blaster over there. A very nice read. But yeah, Epitaph is kind of currently struggling to get back into mid. Acing using that. Oh, getting that pick as well.
Whoa.
Getting 2 picks. They are 3 down. It's
Whoa.
only the pen left, which means that Epitaph can move forward now. The Samp is ready as well. Acing trying to look for that left ledge, maybe get under there and be annoying because I mean it's a Luna.
Yeah, the Luna Blaster is just really annoying by the ratios. Oh my lord, that Stamper kill. They just got really cooked over there, honestly. And for now, we do see that the Reef Slider
God.
is coming in. We don't see a Reef Slider over there.
Oh.
And almost they got a double kill on Epitaph.
I mean that was a good slider from that Tetra. They were able to take just the attention of 2 of Epitaph long enough for their teammates to flip that zone. It does go back to Epitaph for now. Not anymore apparently. And the Crab is in. Oh my god, the Stamp
Whoa.
taking care of that Crab. It is 2 down on the side of Yoshi is sick again. It's only the Blaster and that pen, and Epitaph is looking to get that control. Benny on the left side trying to flank, getting the pick on the 52, but immediately getting shot down as well as that Tetra. And Epitaph is looking to maybe paint over that zone, and with that flank from Acing on the left side maybe getting more. Unfortunately, they do get taken down.
Well, for now, we do see that the lead is getting is focused on Yoshi is Sick. They're getting that Crab down and getting a good use of it. Oh, the Stamper almost got them, but yeah, for now, Epitaph
That's
is
a lead
draining
switch.
the clock. Yeah, it's a lead switch indeed. The Splash is now alone. They're trying to get that Splash, and for now they don't get it. But the Fizzy Bomb gets thrown. 20 seconds on the clock, and more. Sorry. Speechless.
Oh
There's
my
a lot
god!
happening. Oh my lord. And
That's not enough!
The Tetra Duelist got it and the back into control, and they won.
Yeah, Epitaph taking game 2 here. That slider from the Tetra was not enough to cap the zone. I mean, I think we all know at this point, slider cheese is pretty much dead for the most part. At least by itself, of course, if you slide it into the zone and have teammates to paint for you, it can still work. But it is not the same caliber as it was
Yep.
before. It kind of pretty much got killed. Or that strategy got killed. Slider is still okay. To be fair, Slider is okay. But yeah, unfortunately, there were no teammates to paint for that zone here. Well, not here. That's a different. That's a different situation actually. But yeah, there were no teammates to paint at the end there, and yeah, Epitaph is able to take game 2.
Indeed. Well, now we're gonna see a third match on Robo Roman.
Exactly. We're Robo Roman. Yeah, you know, we're just seeing the regular map modes right now. And we'll see if Epitaph can take game 3 and move into winners bracket finals and send Yoshi is Sick down into losers brackets to fight for themselves. Need more funny. You need more funny. Yeah, we all do. I mean, I get why they do it because I'm a player myself. I usually don't enjoy playing weird map modes as well, but
Wahoo, yeah. Wahoo!
Yeah, I mean, I guess Wahoo is fun somewhat sometimes. potentially. Anyways,
Sometimes, yeah.
we are seeing a 52 now instead of a splash or a mini. So they've been
Ooh, yeah.
just been switching weapons, immediately trying to fight that other 52. No, I think it was the mini on the enemy team, acing, trying to take that low ground there with that large blast radius that Luna can provide. And while Yoshi is sick, trying to get that first zone cap, unfortunately not able to. And Epitaph is able to move in a little bit more. Oh,
Indeed, for now we can see that the Tetra Dualies are doing a really great job until they got wiped out. And they got left with the pencil and the blaster for now. The splashdown gets in. The Luna blaster gets down by the splashdown. And the Wavebreaker is getting in for the blaster, following that. And Epitaph is still getting less than the half of the total points that were there, and it's just melting away. It's just running away. And for now, they got back to control with some penalty points. And Yoshi's Tech is trying to get that zone really, really bad.
yeah, and they do finally. The small amount of penalty points that they did have are gone now, and they are moving very, very far, very, very quickly. Maybe a little too quickly, considering there's a flank on the trench area there, with acing and that mini splatling and the stamp coming out now as well. Oh my God, what just happened?
Ow.
What? They can't.
Whoa.
They are not keeping zone long enough though. Epitaph is able to flip that zone once again. Acing trying to maybe I think they're sharking over there with that Luna. Oh my God, that's a lot of point sensors though.
Yep. For now, we do appreciate that. The gal gets taken down. The reef slider coming in.
Oh my God.
They're jumping away, and they got saved. Not for long.
Yeah, it's only the 52 in that trench area. I do think they are jumping back to their pen onto that choke area. The cooler is almost ready to be used if they don't die to that Tetra on the low ground. They don't, and the cooler gets out. Well, they are just trying to build or get rid of their penalty points for now.
Yeah, they are. And for now, we do see that the Wavebreakers are flowing in and out, and the pencil is just doing their job basically, and pretty much I don't know how to speak.
Oh, that was
the
nice.
blaster gets that really nice kill. Another splashdown, right? Wipeout from Yoshi is sick.
Yeah, and they can take so much space with that wipeout. Now the pen onto that glass area. The Luna getting taken out by that blaster. Immediately getting punished though. The pen obviously trying to push a little bit forward. Not realizing the 52 is sharking though. But they do get taken down, which means Epitaph can maybe move in a little bit further. Benny taking care of that 52 though. This is a thing that's been happening. One goes down and then the immediate next person goes down as well. Acing getting taken down by that 52 as well, and they're trying to move over that left side here with the Tetra as well. Taking that trade over there. Oh, it's only the
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Whoa! Skittles is going on a roll there until they get killed, and the reef slider is going in, and Yoshi's Stick is back into control. They cannot afford another. They can afford another wipe here, so they can go back into a lead switch.
Yeah, exactly. And the cooler is out, but I do think no, the zone isn't actually going to flip. And of course, the sprinkler spot on the top over there on the bowl of Roman. Oh, the Tetra getting taken out by the fizzy bomb. They don't have any penalty points left. Acing has the stamp ready as well, taking care of Benny. It's only the 52 and the pencil, and I don't think they have time. They don't have time. And
Whoa,
Epitaph
yeah.
is able to get to get out of the set with a 3-0, moving into winners brackets finals now.
Yeah, congratulations, Epitaph.
Exactly. Hold on. All right, yeah, there's a winners bracket final set that's going to happen next, which is Epitaph versus Tim Geo Fan Club on the other side. Well, you know, that's. I mean, Epitaph has had a genuinely very good run so far. They've only lost one game to Seed 1, and sweeped all the other sets they've had so far. And Tim Geo Fan Club on the other side. Where
so.
are they? There they are. They've actually had a full clean run. They've not lost a single game in any of their 3 sets against Clown Ensemble, Bomeli Nomali, and versus Drake. They've had a very clean run, so they will be formidable opponents to Epitaph in the next set.
Indeed, for now, we have to switch.
I think we're switching. I've asked our streamer.
Yeah.
It is usually we'd switch at 10 now. Hold. Okay. So we've gotten confirmation that we are switching. In fact, so this was our last set together, me and Sofka. So, obligatory question: where can we find you, Sofka?
Yeah, well, you can guys find me on Blue Sky, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube by all the same usernames of KBL. What about you, Rain?
So my username is also relatively, universal. It is always Range Blaster with a double I, just put in to, for my name. On most platforms, it's double I. On Blue Sky, on Twitter, on Discord, and on Twitch, it is 3 I's. So yeah, that's where you can find me personally. And I think we're gonna say goodbye for now. It was fun casting with you. Thank you also to our streamer. I mean, he's still gonna be here streaming the rest of the sets, but I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you for commentating with me. Thank you for watching. Have fun watching and have fun playing for the ones that are still in. Goodbye, everybody, from me.
Bye.
And hi everybody, I am Pat. Here, there to watch winners bracket finals of this Triton-Cup 135. My co-caster is late. I'm using the opportunity to do things my way by myself. Of course, our wonderful observer Ryan is here to show us all of the action. We get to see, our top two teams right there, which are going to be Epitaph going against Team Geo Fan Club. So yeah, you've seen the tournament so far. We have good players, great players coming here. Actually, Epitaph managed to get a big upset coming in. They're scene number 9. On the other side, Team Geo Fan Club, scene number 2. We expect them, of course, to be here on the upper bracket finals. But yeah, because it's the finals, it's going to be counter pick. Let's start with Barnacle. Both of these teams chose that, of course, and let's get right away. On the side of Team Geo, not much of a surprise. Same for Epitaph. We have some unusual weapons, but coming from these players, it's not that unusual. The weapon I'm so glad to see, by the way, is the 96 Gal, like Vanilla 96. It seems to work. It seems to benefit from the same thing that's happening with the heavy splatling. You can farm your special over and over and get a lot of vacuum. Look at that, U-Snipe already having the vacuum and maintaining the presence on the zone and allowing the rest of the fan club to get back on here. That's really going to work well, especially with what Team Geo Fan Club is doing. And whoa, well, halfway through the points, and the Team Geo Fan Clubs, they have taken the position. And with the comp that they have, especially with the Eliter that they have, having that position, having that advantage is big for them. It's going to be rough for Epitaph. Epitaph trying to go in, but they don't have much time. They need to paint right now. What an opening, acing on the zone. They're able to save themselves. That's big right now, but now they need to stay on the zone, and Team Geo is punishing them left and right. Whoa, well, again, Epitaph, they have the comp for that. They really have the comp that's perfect for these kind of pickups, that's allowing them to do whatever they want. And now Epitaph are able to fight their way back in. But the big question is, can they push Team Geo out? They were able to get those splats on the Elite. Thanks to the vacuum, it didn't matter. Team Geo still in control, and Epitaph not really able to contest. Yet they're still on the zone. They're gonna get more penalty, but they need to push Team Geo out, and it's easier said than done. Can they get really Team Geo away? Well, it looks like they're able to get a bit more presence, and Acing still not able to get anything with the hammer. Team Geo not pushed away, and it's 2 vs 2 right now. If Epitaph is not able to keep the zone here, it is going to be rough for them. Yep, that's going to be that's another wipeout. Team Geo, very, very strong. They're scene number 2. We expect them to do that good, and they have this kind of comp that, these players have played that kind of comp before, and it's really working for them right there. Epitaph not really able to find a way back in. Another wipeout. 20 ticks left. I think that's game number 1, folks. I think we're going to get game number 1 for Team Geo Fan Club. And that's really, they had the comp for this kind of format, for splat zones, for this map, for pickups. Having the 96 Gal and the Wiper go in and get into fights. The 96 Gal, like, the vacuum can be useful and it can get a lot of it, but it's not that bad if it dies, and the Wiper is used to playing for getting all the aggro. They take the ground, they take all the presence, and then you have an Eliter and a Zap to solidify everything. It's so hard to push onto a team like that, especially since even if you're able to splat the Eliter, you still can have a vacuum that slows down your push, that's delaying things. even more. Epitaph really forced to get an overwhelming push if they want to be able to get that presence. And I mean, they have good weapons to fight. They don't have good weapons to really overwhelm. They have good individual weapons, but they need to really take the full control of the map right here. Now, they get to decide the map, and I mean, Epitaph was able to get back into it. They were able to get fights. They were able to get ground right there. So we'll see if they're really able to come back in to take that control. But they need to choose their map carefully. And if I were there, I would go on something that's not good for the leader, because a lot of what Team Geo is doing is relying on the fact that they can hold the space that they take. They're constantly moving forward. You know, the Viper and the 96 are constantly trying to get into fights, trying to force the opponent to be on the back foot. The Eliter is what's allowing them to respawn, is what's allowing them to hold that ground, it's what's forcing Epitaph to be so slow and not be able to capitalize off of these deaths. So if the Eliter is down right there, Epitaph, they can go in. So Team Geo, they want to maintain the attention on their frontliners to keep that Eliter alive. Epitaph wants to bring the fight forward. Having a Robo-Roman as their choice is a good idea, because you can go under the map, because you can get a few flanks that should allow them to get things going, probably. Now the big question is, but that's the theory, and we'll see how they're able to do that in practice. So, yep, weapons choosing, being chosen by the teams. I have a look at the lobby right now, and it looks like our two teams are ready. It was Team Geo Fan Club delaying things a little bit, maybe talking strategy, making sure that they're on the same page. But yeah, they're going in, and let's get in the game. And that's a Forge Pro. Instead of the 96, they'll have the Booyah Bombs to really force their opponent to move. On the other side, Epitaph, despite losing the game, they don't change anything about their combo. It's still a double hammer. That double hammer could be good against the VAC, but the VAC is no longer here. We'll see if they're able to really get their way forward this time as Team Geo. I mean, we know their strat now. It's on Epitaph to adapt and really bring the fight to them now. So yeah, right now both teams, I mean, trying to get their control, trying to get their presence, and a lot of people are dying left and right. The hammer is going in, not able to get a single splat. That's going to cost Epitaph right here. Team Geo Fan Club able to simply respawn, get back in there. The hammers are being thrown. They get only a trade because Devin 4K is there with the Eliter. It's like Epitaph are able to get a few things, but they're not able to get enough. Each time the answer is swift by Team Geo, and Team Geo right there, they make their points. Epitaph forced to wait for their specials because they know they need something big to go in. They need a way forward, and right now they're kind of forced to wait for the opportunity to come. The Viper is down, that's going to allow them to do a bit, but they lost their 52, which is their big fighting weapon right there. Acing, dying with a hammer, that's not working, and Team Geo, they look even stronger than in game number 1. I mean, they're looking at a quick KO right now, and with 2 down from Epitaph. Okay, that splat is enough. I don't think they can paint the zone. That's 2-0 for Team Geo Fan Club right here. And that's the big question when you're here, you know, like, Team Geo Fan Club, they have a working strat right now. They take the fights they want to take, they take the control they want to take, and Epitaph are struggling to counter that. They still have their weapons, they still have their speed, they're able to get their specials and to get momentum, but each time one head pops out, they get sniped. Each time they're able to get a splat, that splat is punished, and Team Geo was on top of every single fight right here. And it really looks like you have for very good weapons on the side of Epitaph, but they're all individually good, and I don't see them really working together and countering what Team Geo is doing. Whereas Team Geo Fan Club, they have very selfish weapons, but the fact, I mean, except for Zap, of course, but the fact that these weapons is selfish doesn't matter, because what these weapons is doing is a complete plan to take control of the map. And yeah, that's what you want to bring if you have a pickup. Usually it's weapons that aren't necessarily made to work together, but are going to do complementary job, which is something you don't see enough, I think. And yeah, Team Geo Fan Club giving us that's usually how you win games, by not necessarily by working together, but by working towards the same goal. And last chance for Epitaph right there. They're going to go on Macomart. That's a map where you can sneak your way through, where you always have some cover, where they will be able to sneak their way past that leader and maybe get back in there. That's a good move by them, and that's a great map for the Luna Blaster. That's a great map, yeah, for what they want to do now. The big question is, can they take ground? Can they work towards the goal together right there? And yeah, I mean, it's all on Epitaph. Like all the pressure is on them. And again, reminder that Epitaph managed to get an upset to make their way here. Managed to get the big fights to push onto the upper bracket finals. So don't underestimate them. But yeah, that's already good that they're here, but they're facing another monster in Team Geo Fan Club. Let me try to look at the bracket and see who was our seed number 1. Yeah, that was Ghost. That was beaten by Epitaph 3-1. I hope that game is online somewhere. Someone streamed it, because that looks like something interesting to watch. But yeah, I mean, right now, Epitaph are in a rough spot. But I mean, we know these players. It's not the first time they make their way against a strong opponent that they have to face. Kiki streamed. Okay, that's probably something we could see later. But for now, let's watch this game. Upper bracket finals match point for Team Geo Fan Club. Team Geo Fan Club, they're back to their 96 shenanigan. I love it. Epitaph sticking to their guns. I don't think the problem is the weapons. The problem is how they use it together right there. So the big question is, can they find a way to stop that Elite Devin 4K from taking positions? And right there, getting an early splat on the Zap and the Wiper is really big for Epitaph. That is, I think, their best opening. Now the big question is, can they set themselves in the position? U-Snipe activated the vacuum, is going to allow the whole team to get back in position, repaint the zone. And now we're back to more fighting for mid. And that next fight is going to change a lot. But look at that, a snipe on the leader. It looks like Epitaph has figured things out, and it's working. U-Snipe is the last squid for Team Geo, and they need to wait for the team. They can't simply go in. No, you can't simply go in. I mean, they had their cooler, so they don't lose that much. But the rest of the team will have to wait a little bit. Here comes the specials now. Here comes the attack from the whole team, and Epitaph is facing a very strong push. Team Geo lost a lot of players. Wait! Team Geo applied penalty, but it looks like the reverse of what we saw in game number 1. Epitaph adapted, and now Epitaph on this map are able to make it work. The hammer doesn't work that well, but Epitaph is almost done with their penalty and about to extend their score. Oh, but yeah, Epitaph forgot you need to get rid of Devin. You need to get rid of the Elita. The Elita in position is everything for Team Geo Fan Club right here. Even if Team Geo was players down, Team Geo was on the back foot, but they had the Elita. They keep the control, and now they make their way back. Epitaph back to the drawing board, needs another push, needs another way forward now. They have a hammer ready, but that hammer is so far away from really getting a splat. They need to make it work. Acing, sneaking to the side, but not yet able to go in, and losing, getting splatted with the hammer. I don't think they have the hammer back, so I guess they were cooler. The hammer is able to get a splat. Can they get the zone? Well, they need to paint that zone. Chew down onto Team Geo. They're able to keep themselves in the game, but they need to get back in the score. Team Geo is already back on the zone, and with a minute left, 2 minutes left, sorry, Team Geo has a lot of time to fight. Epitaph needs something big if they want to establish the momentum right now. And yeah, splat on hand low, that's good. That's allowing them to breathe a little bit, get some presence. But Team Geo is still in control. 2 down on Epitaph. Epitaph love their backline. They can't stay here. Yeah, Epitaph is forced out. They have time for another push, for at least a push and a half, I'd say. So they need to make it count right now. Hammer is deployed. Can that hammer find the splat? The hammer needs to work. It's not working. 2 down. Team Geo is holding very strong with just a few more points left. Epitaph is now in desperate mode. They need to go in. They need to paint, and they are out of time. Yep. They're 2 down. Can they paint? They need to paint. They get that paint, and it's still alive. Going into the last minute, this 2 down onto Team Geo. That's good for Epitaph. They still have presence. They still have the opportunity, but they need to hold for half a minute if they manage to keep the zone. A 4 minute in terms of just the time right there. But the push is coming from Team Geo. That vacuum could it's oh! That's a hammer that works! What? That's a hammer that works! Epitaph completely flipping the game right here. Epitaph getting back in the lead and stopping everything. Team Geo, they had it in the bag and they threw that one. They just put 3 players on the path of the hammer. You don't want to do that. In rush mode, the hammer doesn't care about the vac, and we just saw that in action. I mean, that's to remind you, you know, hammer, it's 90% of the time, hammer is the worst special in the game, and then this 10% of the time, once a game, hammer will just give you the victory, and quite often it's that one fight that counts. So that's why you want to run hammer right here. Big hammer by Epitaph. I'm not even sure which player from Epitaph got it, because he has 2 hammers on the side of Epitaph, but after trying over and over, failing to get the hammers working, Epitaph manages to get a game. Congrats to them. They're still in here. They still have a shot at winning this upper bracket finals. And right there, Team Geo, they get to pick the next map though, and of course they're going on Crab Leg. I mean, if you have an Elite player and you're confident that you have the best sniper in the room, you go on Crab Leg. That's as simple as that, honestly. Crab Leg is just so good for Elite. Usually I'd say it's good for blasters, but Luna is such short range, I don't think it can play off the grates that well. It can still play off of the ledge, so I think if Epitaph can manage to take full control of mid, they could be able to really be very dangerous, put a lot of pressure. But first, they need to take control of all of mid, and Team Geo, we've seen them being able to get back onto the map over and over. So there's a big question as whether Epitaph will be able to push out now. But Epitaph showed us that they can still create some surprises. But, I mean, winning on Mako and winning on Crab Leg are 2 very different deals. On Mako, you have all these nooks and crannies, all that cover that's allowing you to kind of ignore the Eliter half of the time. On here, you can't ignore the Eliter. If the Eliter is in position, you have to address the Eliter. So that's going to be really completely the challenge. And oh, this time, Epitaph is switching. The team that wins switch their comp. That has been the story of this set. That's usually not what you see, but I really like the way Epitaph changes things. These beacons will allow them to respawn faster, will allow them to stay in the fight even more, and that's what they want. And added to that, having the Julie Squelchers with Wave Waker, that's a good idea, because Wave Waker doesn't care about back. But yeah, right now, Team Geo getting first control. I don't think that's so much of a bother for Epitaph. Epitaph is still in that. Okay, now that's a bother for Epitaph. Epitaph just lost 3 players, and now the Eliter is in position. Henlo is under the ledge. Henlo is waiting for a mistake from Epitaph. Epitaph can't drop. If they drop, that's a big mistake. They take a hammer to the face. The hammer being used a bit early could cost them, though. That could be an opportunity for Epitaph to go in, but Epitaph still hesitating right now. They still can't find the way forward. Oh! I mean, getting the splat on Velita, it's allowing them in instantly. The second Velita is down, everything Team Geo is doing is crumbling. And Epitaph completely able to retake the zone. That's what they need to do. Now, that's the big question. Can the Luna really take the space under the ledges and force Team Geo to make mistakes? Henlo using the hammer a bit early. Once again, U-Snipe is there to follow with the back. He's going to really escort things, but it's not enough. U-Snipe not really able to save their teammate. They're still able to contest the zone, though. And now, I guess we're back to what could be a neutral fight, but I was about to say neutral fight, but no, it looks like Team Geo. They take the space, and but they're trying. They're still able to take the space so fast. Epitaph, right there, very much stuck, very much waiting. Acing, trying to go in with the hammer, trying to get that big thing, able only to get a trade. And once again, the Velita's in position, the Zap is there to paint. Nothing can happen. You need that Zuka on Velita. You need a hammer to the face of Velita. Otherwise, nothing good's going to happen for Epitaph. They kept it alive. They made it work. But at the end of the day, on this map in particular, Team Geo Fan Club are just so dangerous. They're just so powerful. And yeah, that's the power of this kind of team. They have the skill, they have the comp, and they have the map to go with it. Everything working in harmony to let Team Geo Fan Club punch their ticket to Grand Finals. But it's not over. Of course, you know, it's not over. Epitaph will get to lower bracket finals, and we're going to watch lower bracket to know who they will be facing later. I mean, we're gonna take a short break so we can set up things. I believe my co-caster is now ready and will join me during the break. So we're gonna set everything up and we'll be back with more Triton-Cup action.
onto that kid, and they get a quad. They will a full wipeout by now multiple members. That's a fifth and now a sixth. And Zenith, she cannot be stopped. They're close on me. They're big double, huge double Danzuka.
Getting ready to get a really big push going funny here, pushing up, getting a pick onto Jared, now flanking around and getting 3 members. That's a complete wipe.
Cook's getting taken down, but Melon's still here on the sidelines, just trying to get something done. But really nice shot across the side angle. Will actually bargain back getting Mega as well.
Shot by Ice because with the Bui bomb, a little pain power, and a full wipeout.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our captain forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
And welcome back to what is now the low bracket of Triton-Cup 135. We are on the semi-finals, and I'm joined now by Mars to watch who will make their way onto the finals. Mars, it's going to be between Yoshi's Sick and Drake May.
That's an interesting team name.
Yeah. It is. But yeah, because we're on the lower side, we are going to do our last best of 3 games of this tournament. And we'll be starting with Umami Runes for here. So I haven't seen these teams yet. I don't know if I'm sure some of our viewers have seen these teams, but I haven't been able to watch them play yet. One thing for sure is that we have great players right here, and I can't wait to watch them play. Let's get in the game, Mars.
Interesting seeing a pencil and a brush there. I'm excited to see what these two teams come up with the comp that they've got.
Yep. Yeah, both of these teams kind of similar comps in a way. They have different weapons, but they have the same strategy. I feel like Brush and Tetris play kind of the same, of trying to go in, be annoying, force the opponent to look at them. And right now, Yoshi's...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry.
No problem. But yeah, the opening fight right here, both of these teams trying to be on top, trying to take the control, and punishing the other. We still see very much a fight for mid. It looks like there's a lot of presence by... each time one team is able to get ahead, it gets punished. But it looks like Yoshi's Sick is able to get a bit more ground, a bit more paint, and splat everybody. Drake falls back from their spawn and now needs to mount a push.
We see how Ink Strike have just come out there. A bubble, I'm pretty sure, just got destroyed there. That Tetra coming in trying to get that trade, not successful. We do see that Drake is working very quickly on getting that zone repainted, but Yoshi is definitely trying to work hard on getting it back, but unfortunately... actually, you know what? They took that back pretty fast, actually. That happened in like an instant. Holy.
Yeah, Drake May, they got in the blight penalty and they got splatted. And Yoshi is Sick is back on top. Drake is forced to use their strikes once again, and they activate the crab as well. 2 down onto Drake May, but 2 down! That's not enough. Drake May, Yoshi is Sick is still very much in position. And, look at that. Yoshi is Sick, they all respawned. And Drake May not really able to go in. They're going to need to push forward pretty fast if they want to deny the KO, Mars.
Absolutely, and right now I think the best thing that they could do is try and regroup right now, go in, get their specials if they can, but time is running out, as we can see. And there is a lot of pressure going on here. The control being lost. You know what?
Yeah.
There we go. They got the zone back. I was just waiting to see what they would do with that there.
Yeah. And it's not just that they get the zone back. They've taken more and more control, more and more presence. Drake May, they stayed patient. They were being led. They were on the back foot, but they stayed patient. They waited for that one big push, these big fights that really allowed them to push Yoshi away. But now Yoshi's coming back, getting a few splats. Minor is spotted, and Minor is forced to move away, let Yoshi get back control. Mars, we have 2 minutes left in the game, and Yoshi is Sick, again, able to push as if it doesn't take any effort.
Absolutely. But we can see here that Drake is trying to get that control back right now, cool it up with some specials. Crab being popped out on that left side there. I do believe someone's behind. Oh, quick jump out from them right there. They do get the control back of the zone, but we do see that Yoshi is Sick is slowly trying to push themselves back in there, taking the far left really, while also trying to get both of those zones very simultaneously.
Yeah, and right now, Yoshi's sick. It's only Benny with the blaster trying to hold the presence, trying to maintain someone here. Just having one player to the side, it means it'd be so much easier for them to push back in. And look at that presence of the blaster to the side. Everybody's forced to look to the side now, and Yoshi's sick are going to take back mid for free within the last minute, and Drake has been struggling to get ground. Meanwhile, Yoshi is sick. Whenever they want to go forward, they just go forward.
We can definitely see that the blast is being enabled greatly on Yoshi is sick, especially with trying to get that paint. We do see that I didn't see what weapon that was that went down, but Mina did get down. But we do see that Yoshi is trying to get their way back in there. You know, seeing that splashdown come out, 2 down, I believe close to 3. But we do see that I'm pretty sure Yoshi is team disadvantage just slightly right now.
Yeah, Yoshi is going to need another push as we are about to enter overtime. Wait, Apathy going in with the Tetras are able to get both zones. Wait, no overtime! Drake completely overwhelmed right there, and once again Yoshi is sick, able to simply walk forward as Paint appears in front of them, and they take the control.
They moved as a unit very, very well here, making sure that both sides were protected quite greatly, and also trying to repaint that zone as much as possible, as well as enabling their maybe a little bit more tricky weapons to play around, especially with the blaster. You know, paint was not an issue for them, as we could see.
Yeah, I mean, Yoshi is sick. They really had the tools to push, and I feel like constantly having a blaster or a Tetras to the side, they were forcing Drake May to always be in a fight they didn't want to be in. Look at that, the Mini appearing behind the crab, forcing the crab to ball, and then jumping away before they can get splatted. Yoshi is sick, constantly running circles around Drake May and forcing Drake May to defend. Even when Drake May had the strong position, Drake May was defending. Meanwhile, Yoshi is
Very
sick.
smart plays.
Yeah, very confident. And now it's on Drake May to get the victory, going on to Urchin Underpass, a map that is very much about the short range, about the fighting. We'll see who's able to fight better.
Absolutely. We have Yoshi is sick in orange and Drake in blue. Yoshi right now is taking that first initial zone taking, but we do see that Drake right now is trying to get that bit of ground going on down to the zone right now. But we do see that the Yoshi is slowly getting pushed back, but they are promptly taking that zone back.
Yeah, both backlines have been splatted, but Yoshi is sick are able to get the overall control of mid. That is first control for Yoshi is sick. Remember, it's best of 3. Yoshi is sick. All they need to do is win this game.
Absolutely, and we do see ink strikes coming out on the side of Drake right now from the bucket. They do get 1 kill, splashdown. Oh, really nice splashdown kill there. They took it down with a trade. It's better than losing to it, because that was a very tight Nick situation. We do see that Yoshi did take zone back. They haven't had penalty yet. As we can see, they've been able to promptly take it back. But as I say, that Drake did momentarily take that zone.
Yeah, it was the Mini recognizing that there were 3 players down, so they put the bubbler on the zone, which allowed them to keep control long enough. That took a lot of space from Drake, and right there, Yoshi is sick. They were able to respawn in time. They're still back in control, big from them. As Drake right now.
Ooh, that's a really smart placement there.
Oh, that Zimin doesn't know fear, Mars.
Absolutely, they're just up close and personal right now, just holding that little corner over there. And honestly, Yoshi is living in that extra space, you know, that Reef Slider coming out right then. Oh, very nice kill coming from the blaster right there, quickly trying to get themselves back to zone. They did spot the brush trying to get that zone there. Very weak. Managing to get a kill very quickly, trying to get that zone without dying. As we can see, they're just causing havoc in general.
Yeah. the importance of keeping that presence, but with all these ledges, the blaster is so dangerous. Miner has a lot of pressure with that bucket to match that kind of aggro, that kind of fighting right now. Drake using the strikes to get some control, but Benny answering with a splashdown, punishing the push from Drake. Yoshi is sick once again. They're on top of the fights, they're on top of the dynamic right here. And even when Drake May are able to paint the zone to keep themselves in mid, it's always Yoshi's sick, getting more and more splats, getting more and more presence right here. The pencil fighting to paint the zone back. 2 minutes left in the game, Mars. And Drake May, I mean, they keep their presence, they're still in that fight, but they're not able to push Yoshi out.
So we do see that the brush is trying to go towards the back line on Yoshi's side. Getting punished every single time, I've noticed, unfortunately, or getting cornered by other members of the team. Miner getting a kill with the bucket right now. We do see that specials are ready, which means they are trying to take their push right now, getting that zone back, trying to push back. Yoshi is sick right now. You do get that push. And subtle jump out coming from Yoshi's team member right there. They are getting pushed back right now, we can see that for sure. But they are trying to make pace right now, just slowly trying to get Drake out of their spawn right now so they can initiate a push, especially with that little bit of extra time that they do have to mess around with.
Yeah. And with the bubbler, wait, they just lost their backline. They got completely flanked right now. Drake May denying the splashdown, denying the cap, are going to get the lead, and suddenly after suffering for so long, Drake May able to really get control, get the lead. Yoshisick is back on their pushing, able to get back on the zone once again, but look at that! They can't get zone! They can't get zone! Can they get the zone? They only have a blaster to paint the splashdown. Is not enough! Drake May ties up the score. It really feels like they figured something out. Yeah.
They were really patient this game, just trying to get themselves just that little bit further forward to allow themselves to get enough points down to contest with Yoshi. Yoshi is sick in terms of the counter on this map. I do have to say, it's very difficult to play on this map sometimes. Coming from experience, it is a little bit cramped, so I understand the whole trying to initiate that push without getting stuck in a random nook or cranny in the map.
Yeah. I mean, Yoshi's sick between the blaster and their tetras. A big part of their strategy is to always have someone that gets some presence. The brush can run away, the blaster can use every angle, and on the rest of the team you have the mini and the pencil that can provide jumping spots and shielding for the team. So right there, Drake May, they were forced to wait. They were forced to try to get that one big push, that one big control. But once they got it, Yoshi is sick. Their pushes were not as powerful. They were not as effective. They were able to get back to the zone because they had the tools to get back to the zone with Splashdown and Wave Slider. But they were not able to cap it because once there was full map control,
I don't think there was a comp change from either of them, but this is going into match point, tiebreaker.
Oh, small comp change. Spore just changed brush. That is now the vanilla brush that we're going to see. That has a bomb, and the bomb is going to help them a lot, especially with the whale that can push away people even when they're in a bubble right here. But right now the bubble is very much protecting Yoshi's sick, who are going to take early control.
Absolutely, and we do see that Drake is trying to get that control. The ink strikes did come out to force Yoshi is sick out of the zone right now, being able to take that zone right there, getting all of their specials right now to just try and push Yoshi back just that little bit more to get points off of that counter. I'm assuming they're going to try and go for lead and then try and push up, but I do think they're playing it pretty safe right now just to get their footing right now, considering how early it is in the match right now.
Yeah. I think Drake Drake May don't want to be in a fight where Yoshi's Sick is to their side. So if they overcome it forward, they're in danger. Right now, they'd rather wait for the opponent and punish them next to the zone, I guess. But right now, big push by Yoshi's Sick. Lots of splats coming. 3 down. The pencil forced to just run away, regroup with the team. Yoshi's Sick is going to take control of the zone, and they do the same thing. Look, they're not trying to push too far in. They know both of these teams want to flank the other team, want to be to the other team's side, and you can't do that when you push too far in.
I do see that the bucket right now is going behind the zone. They're finally taking that left exit to the zone right now to see if they can get space.
Ooh.
Ooh! What a wonderful, wonderful, tasty wipeout. We did not get to see the exact combat that happened, but I do believe that was the bucket that helped with that wipeout, which did allow Drake to push themselves up a little bit further forward. As we can see, the team is trying to just keep those exit routes from the other team right now to let themselves get a little bit more comfortable in the motion of the game.
Yeah. It felt like Drake May are respecting their opponent a little bit less, and they're like, oh, you activated the bubbler, we're going to go in, we're going to fight you in, because we believe we can fight you there. And right there, Yoshi's Sick now forced to use 2 specials to get the zone. They're still fighting for it as Drake May are not completely pushed out. Now we have another battle for mid, and as both of these teams are losing a few players, but Yoshi's Sick are able to keep a lot of control of the zone. That's a lot of their penalty that is running away, Mars.
Absolutely, but we can see both teams are at a very, very big stalemate right now. The crab coming out on the side of Drake May right now with the strikes to destroy that bubble. It definitely forced Yoshi's Sick out of the zone, allowing them to take that control back just for a moment, but the battle's not over. We can still see Yoshi's Sick has everyone on their team right now. The bucket going down on the side of Drake May right now. The zone is still at stalemate. As I say that, the bubble does paint that bottom of the zone right there. Pat, what do you think?
Ooh. I think Yoshi's Sick are getting more and more ground, more and more presence. Right there, the bubbler will allow them to defend as Drake lost their brush, and that brush is their main initiator. The crab tank will allow them to contest the zone, but they need to paint that zone if they want to get the lead right there. Do they? I don't think they have enough. And yeah, here comes the answer from Yoshi. Yoshi completely taking over the map and the lead, but Drake May are not done. They reapply penalty. They're still in this game. Now the big question is, can they push Yoshi out?
I can definitely see that the blaster on Yoshi right now is just trying to get those picks, you know, teammates who are weaker, going in with the extra player right there. Getting 3 kills, I'm pretty sure. They're the last player being the push. 4 kills right there. Completely stopping the push coming from Drake May right now. Just really pushing into that spawn in the last 50 seconds of the match.
Yeah, that was a beautiful double play by the Tetras and the Blaster right here. Tetra getting all the attention, and then the Blaster simply cleaning up every splat. Drake May back onto the zone, able to get a splat, but they need to hold the zone now. They can't make a mistake anymore. Win the last 30 seconds, Mars.
Absolutely, but we do see that the Tetras and Blaster are working together right now just to try and keep Drake May right now from getting points on that zone. The Reef Slider coming out didn't get much value, I don't think. It did give them a little bit of space, but we are in the last 10 seconds. We do see that Yoshi's Sick right now has the zone, and honestly, they're in the pursuit right now. I really don't think Drake May will be able to take this back.
Well, it doesn't look like it. Yoshi is sick, is indeed sick, and are able to get their victory 2-1 against Drake May, which means they're going to move forward on to the lower bracket finals, Mars.
Woohoo! Congratulations to the team that won, and congratulations to both teams. You played incredibly well. It was incredibly fun to watch you both ham it out, basically.
Yep, that's going to be a short break for us. We can bake the lobby, and we'll be right back.
Bye bye.
And we are back. It is now time for the lower bracket finals of this Triton-Cup 135. We know the team on the one side, the team that got the upsets, Epitaph, making their way onto upper bracket, but getting brought down right here. On the other side, Yoshi is sick. We saw them play very hard, but they are facing a hard game because Epitaph was the team that put them in lower bracket, boss.
So is this a rematch I'm hearing?
Yes, it is. It is indeed. Epitaph managed to beat them in semifinals, and it was a 3-0 as well. So it was very, very strong opening by Epitaph. And we're going to go on to a map where these two teams haven't played against each other. A map that both, despite the fact that both of these teams have picked this map, it's going to be Barnacle and Dime.
Ooh, it's been a while since I've been able to commentate on Barnacle and Dime. I'm excited to see what these two teams come up with for sure, and I'm wondering if Yoshi is Sick might end up coming up with a different strategy compared to the first time.
Well, if you're facing a different team, you might want to bring a different strat. We'll see how these two teams change what they do. So far, doesn't look like Yoshi are changing the way they play, and I mean, we're not surprised by Epitaph's comp as well. That's very much what we expected from them. Let's get on to Barnacle and see how these two teams fare against each other.
Very strong comps coming from both of them, but we do see that Yoshi is Sick right now. Does get that initial zoning right there, but we do see that Epitaph right here is working on getting that zone, the bubble coming out from the Zimmy, but unfortunately, I don't know if that was a trade, but we do see that two people went down there, but we do see that Epitaph right here is just trying to get that zone back, but got quickly shut down.
I mean, Epitaph, they got a double, they thought they could simply run forward off of that double, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. The opponent is still able to defend, to hold their ground, to punish you for moving in a bit too fast. Epitaph are paying the price right now. They're still in that fight, but they need to get on the zone. Acing, getting one with the hammer, getting another as well onto the jump. Ooh, Acing! What a triple! Big, and it's not over. Acing is on a rampage.
Absolutely, and we do see that the blaster on Yoshi's Sick right now is just trying to shock, but we do see that the mini has... I don't know if they spotted them. I don't think they did. We do see that Acing did take them out, quickly jumping out with the, going back to their teammates, just working on keeping Yoshi Sick out from being able to get that zone right there. Quite a strong hold. The Luna Blaster going down on the side of Epitaph allows Yoshi Sick to have a little moment to breathe, losing the lead on the zone right now. But we do see that they're quickly just trying to get themselves back in there, being very careful not to get too close, but just close enough. Very.
And I mean, look at that. More points coming, more presence. Epitaph struggle to take control. But once they have that control, once they're here, they are so strong. That's 100-0. Yoshi is Sick opened strong. Yoshi is Sick had their presence on the map and were able to really hurt Epitaph. But once Epitaph was there, they just took it, Mars.
Dominated. Absolutely dominated that map right there. Really just coordinating themselves until they had the full control. Yoshi's Sick really did struggle to get themselves out. They did have some really good holds at the start of the game, but unfortunately was not able to keep up that momentum.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the thing with a mini and a gal and a pencil, is that like Acing with a Luna is a special case, but the other three weapons, you know, they're able to stay alive. They're able to fight around the map. They're very mobile. They have tools to keep themselves active and efficient right there. So Yoshi is Sick. They didn't really have anybody to target. They constantly had someone to the side, someone dangerous somewhere, and they were not really able to get a plan to take control over the map. Epitaph really using their strength right here of, once they have their presence, they're able to stay wherever they are.
We do see the second map now, again, Splat Zones. But it is on Robo Ramen.
Yeah.
This map is notorious for really, really strong chokeholds if given to the right people, let's say.
Mhm.
Um,
Mars. This is a map that Yoshi's Sick counterpicked against Epitaph the last time they played. And they still lost. They still lost despite counterpicking it. So right there, they're bringing it back. They better have something special, a plan, something to really counter what Epitaph is doing.
Bring the smoke.
Yeah. Bring something. Make it happen.
Exactly. Sorry, my brain went blank for a second there.
That happens. My brain goes blank all the time. The trick is to keep talking even when you have zero thought.
But then it would just hear, it's like incoherent yabbering. But with that being said, we are going into the second game right now. We do get that quick brief look at the comps. I do not think either team changed their comp in comparison to the first game.
Yep, looks
Yeah, I don't-
pretty similar right there. As we'll see if Yoshi's Sick have a plan, have something to really force Epitaph out. Now, Epitaph already lost one player, acing once again trying to go in, but it looks like another very good opening on the side of Yoshi's Sick.
Absolutely, and we see that the bubble and the cooler is out right now. We do see that Yoshi is sick, is trying to get Epitaph just out of the way just to get some more points, really just trying to hold. That pencil is really struggling against the Zimmy over there. Being forced to move back, we do see that Epitaph is slowly getting the members back. That hammer narrowly missing someone, I'm pretty sure. Taking the control back, but then Yoshi is sick, quickly taking that back. It's really, really backwards and forwards right here, this in terms of close match, but the hammer is out. It does take out one person, half helping another one. Ooh.
Oh, and that's a lot of presence by Epitaph right there. The Tetras are called out. They're able to keep themselves alive, and that's very important. They keep their presence around the zone and force Epitaph to look to the side. Beautiful play by the Tetra. They get the splat. They're still in here, and they're going to get back onto the zone. Penalty applied by Yoshi's Sick. Ooh.
Two players did go down on the side of Yoshi is sick right now. Epitaph did get zone, but Yoshi is Sick's team members are slowly respawning. Two going down on the side of Epitaph, the Blaster and the Mini, I'm pretty sure. Zone getting taken from Epitaph on the side of Yoshi is Sick. The Tetra is getting that little slide around the wall right there.
Yeah.
Really just trying to get that footing right now, but Epitaph is just respawning like nobody's business, still keeping a hold of that zone, taking the lead, finally getting their penalty down. But is it enough?
I mean, right now, Epitaph are struggling to go back in, and we know that both of these teams are able to play off of their control, off of their presence very, very well. Now, Epitaph has been able to do it a bit more. Acing going to the side, is waiting for that ledge, is trying to find people and is able to punish the pencil. No cooler for Yoshi's Sick right here. That's going to cost them. Epitaph has a lot of control and no penalty.
Absolutely. We do see that they are trying to get themselves back in here, just trying to work forward to the zone. The hammer coming out with the bubble as a last resort just for that protection, being able to get that kill. We do see that Reef Slider did come out, the player died. Splashdown coming out, player also died. Zone getting taken back by Epitaph right now. Yoshi is Sick struggling to get themselves back in here as Epitaph has that dominant hold right there.
Yeah.
Getting so many splats as the team is trying to get themselves back in. Really just not letting them in at all.
Yeah, that's... I mean, once again, Yoshi is Sick fighting incredibly well and forcing Epitaph to use everything they have to get back onto the map. But the second Epitaph is able to push Yoshi is Sick away, the second Epitaph can get their control, can get their positions, then when there's enough blue for them, they get more and more momentum, they get more and more points, and it's so hard for Yoshi-Sick to get back onto the zone, Mars.
Absolutely, and they really did have good plays this match, but unfortunately was not able to hold the pressure like Epitaph was able to, especially with the type of specials that they were countering against Yoshi-Sick's team comp, especially with the hammer just completely relentlessly going through everything and anything possible if it can break it, you know? Really removing the ability for the for Yoshi-Sick specials to get that momentum to really hold off Epitaph completely, really.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Yoshi-Sick, and they did better in this game than on Barnacle. So they're improving, they're playing better and better against Epitaph and adapting to what Epitaph is doing. But they still need to be able to mount these big pushes to really get back onto the zone when they need to the most. And going on to Mahi Result. Mahi Result for their counter pick. It's a good idea because it's a map where you have different paths onto the zone. It's a small map where you can get your way back forward. So Yoshi-Sick will have opportunities back onto the zone. The big question is, can they seize these opportunities? And can they take a game off of Epitaph?
Definitely, after the halfway point when the rest of the map unlocks, it does give you a lot more wiggle room, especially if certain weapons need that room to really just get themselves ready. But in general, just being able to get that little extra bit of paint, while also the zone on this map is very small. For example, like Ink Strikes or Reef Slider could easily help with retake very easily, and I do feel like Yoshi-Sick might have a little bit of a fighting chance because the zone is a lot smaller, which means that, for example, more aggressive teammates can try and hold positions, especially from like the jump points, from like respawn, you know, especially with like Tetra and Blaster, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's not just the fact that the zone is smaller, that the fact that you have so many angles, so many paths onto the zone.
Absolutely.
But when the zone is small, you can recap it with a big explosion. That's true. But when there are so many paths onto the zone, you can retake it with whatever you want as long as you're able to win the next team fight. And Yoshi-Sick, they've been able to win team fights. It's just a question of presence on the map right here, and this is a map where they should be able to get things going. And as you said, Tetris plus Blaster can work very well. This is the map to work with your teammates with that huge flat ground in the middle. This is a great map for Yoshi-Sick.
Oh, absolutely. We do see that Epitaph right now is getting that little bit more dominant hold on the initial take. We do see that Yoshi-Sick do manage to get that first initial zone cap. Teammates are forced to jump back. We do see that a few people went down in the first initial altercation. Yoshi-Sick right now just really trying to apply pressure on Epitaph right now, forcing the pencil to actually reposition just to try and get a different angle. The hammer coming out right there, seeing if they can get anybody. I do believe 2 people went down on the side of Yoshi-Sick. 2 hammers were brought out there, allowing Epitaph to regain control right here. The gal just trying to get some space to see if they can find anybody, especially with the fact that it's very quick for enemy team members to drop in a completely different angle, and like losing track of somebody is detrimental for holding that push.
Right now, Epitaph are going to take the lead. Now the big question is, can they deny the push in? The Reef Slider going in, completely punished, but the zone is taken. Penalty is applied. Epitaph still in control, but lost a bit of time. Wait, oh, that's a triple. That is so much damage onto Yoshi-Sick. And suddenly that penalty that was applied, Mars, I don't think Epitaph is too much worried about it. They just got a lot of momentum.
Absolutely, and we do see that Epitaph right now is really dominantly holding that zone right now, really just trying their very best to deny Yoshi is sick from being able to actually retake that zone. The Cooler coming out, allowing the Zimmy to come out and see if they can get some more space for their teammates. That bubble coming out, Reef Slider also working on retaking that zone. They did manage to get the control loss. That splashdown coming out, really solidifying that zone retake. The Gal quickly sniffing out team members here, but being forced to move back because of the pressure that they're being held on their own right now.
Being able to get back onto the plat is very impressive from that Gal. Now they can push back right away with their team acing, activating the hammer to chase the blaster away. Hammer's thrown at the zone. Now we're back to that fight for mid. Yoshi's sick, wants to hold and wait. But Bubbler, they have a lot of presence, they have a lot of paint. If they can splat the minion, they do. It's just the Gal getting the jumps. That's 1 point. 1 point, that's all they need. Oh!
1 point needed, but we do
Can
see
they?
that 2 players did manage to jump in around that spawn.
Yeah.
Being able to assist their teammates and being able to take that zone back, we do see that they have lost control and applied their penalty. Epitaph really quickly just getting in there and cleaning up the mess that was put in front of them. Yoshi is sick right now, just trying to find their way to get out of their spawn without too many players going down right now. But we do see that Epitaph has that dominant hold right now, really limiting where Yoshi is sick can get out of spawn right now.
Epitaph right there was so good at recognizing when they could get back in, what they were able to get back, and I mean, now the pressure is on Yoshi to get and keep the zone. They already lose 2 players, they're stuck in the corner. Can they keep their presence? Can they get the team back into verse 2 for the zone? And the Tetras are punished, the Mini is punished, the Gal on top of the fight. Epitaph almost done with their penalty, Mars, and I mean, it goes like that. This could get to a KO.
Very quickly going down right here, we do see that Yoshi Sick is still struggling to get that control right here. 10 seconds left on Epitaph's counter right now. We do see, unfortunately, even though the whole team is back. Even though the whole team was back, it was not enough. They did not have enough time to get themselves back on the zone and on their feet before their counter got finalized.
Yeah, that is a 3-0 by Epitaph right here. Incredibly strong. And I mean, that's what happened with these 2 teams fought earlier in the tournament. It happened again. Yoshi's Sick brought a great fight. They really were able to force Epitaph to use every trick they had, and it was down to just one single fight, one single splat, left and right, several of these maps. Yoshi's Sick was so close to getting back in, but Epitaph, once they have their control, once they have their presence, they are so hard to push away. Beautiful game by them. Which means
very strong plays for both of them, indeed.
But yeah, that's the end of the lower bracket. We are now going to grand finals, which will be a rematch. Team Geo Fan Club going against Epitaph right after this break.
See you guys soon.
And it is time for the grand finals of this tournament. It is still Bat with Mars, ready to watch our top two teams. Of course, Team Geo Fan Club versus Epitaph. These two teams met earlier, Mars. It was a 3-1 for Team Geo Fan Club. We got to see it on stream. And I guess we're back for more action, and we're starting this set on the same map we did when these two teams met in upper finals, which is Barnacle and Dime.
Again, we did see Epitaph just play. We did see them playing on Barnacle and Dime the first time, and they had a pretty dominant hold going on in that game against Yoshi is Sick. And I'm curious to see if they can keep that same level of hold against Timigo Fan Club. I think it's Timigo.
Well, I don't know. It's written Tim Geo.
Tim Geo?
Tim Gio? The fan club is here to...
The fan club. It's so interesting trying to read teams' names because sometimes they are really random. So it's the game of figuring out which one sounds right.
Exactly. But let's get in the game. The last time these two teams fought on here, it was very much Team Gio being able to simply move in, get a lot, and oh wait, what?
That is 96.
4K is on the S Blaster. I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Were they playing a different weapon last time?
Yeah, so their IGN is 4K because they play the Elita 4K. That's how much Elita they play. And sometimes they switch to other weapons, but I mean, I didn't expect to see the Elita be dropped right here. But it looks like Epitaph are going to be able to capitalize off of that. That completely changes the way Team Geo plays right here. And I mean, Team Geo not really able to get into the zone yet. Acing just saving themselves. Epitaph is winning the fight, is getting more and more. Another hammer. Team Geo Fan Club, what are you doing?
We do see that Epitaph. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we do see that Epitaph is gradually taking that control, really just trying to get Timigo out of the way for as long as possible. Already at 10 points remaining, actually, I didn't even realize they basically have the game right now. Timigo is not able to get in at all right here, and completely just Epitaph took that game so swiftly. Like, that just happened. Like, it flows like, damn. That is yes.
Team Geo Fan Club, with that switch to the S-Blast, they tried to do something funny. They tried a curveball. They tried to surprise Epitaph. And Epitaph was like, oh, wait, you have one of the best snipers in Europe and you're not giving that sniper sniper? Well, fine by us. And Epitaph, no fear, got in the fight, very confident, and really pressed on the weakness by Team Geo, because so far what we saw in upper finals was that Team Geo's strategy relied on having the Elita to secure their presence right here, to force their opponent to be slow. Mm-hmm.
I briefly was able to tap into the stream before coming in myself, and I was really surprised to see that S-Blast. I'm curious. I'm incredibly curious as to what the thinking was behind taking them off and switching to an S-Blast. I wonder if it's just trying to counter certain weapons. It might have worked a bit better. But I mean, it could be anything.
I don't think they needed to counter anything. They won on that map the last time they met, and I mean, they changed their strategy from a winning strategy to a losing strategy. Now, they just counterpick Crableg Capital. If they counterpick Crableg Capital and don't bring Elita, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be mad at them because they're doing shenanigans they shouldn't be doing.
Crableg with an E-leader is one of my favorite combos. Any long distance backline on this map is very secure if their teammates can keep them protected and make sure that they have a stable base to keep going. Because if they're using a leader scope, for example, they're reaching like halfway across the map without even trying. I'm curious to see.
All right, the Elita is here.
They did bring out a wiper as well.
Yes.
Unless that was in the last game.
I don't think
I
they
don't
brought it
think
in the last
so.
game. They brought it in the last set, last time they fought. So they're back to their classic on the comp we expect from them. Meanwhile, Epitaph is bringing a Splattershot Pro. That's the Vanilla Pro that has a line marker and crab tank that would allow them to take ground, to have some presence and use their grades very well. Oh, big vacuum splat right here. Team Geo Fan Club taking some presence, but acing, and the mini is still to the side, still able to maintain the presence, to maintain the fight, and with a splat on the leader, Epitaph are still in that fight and are going to take control of the zone. Of mid, at least.
Absolutely, we do see that the Luna is just trying to get those picks from around the corners, does manage to get a trade, but Timigo is slowly working their way back. Crab coming out on the side of Epitaph, but also being countered by the vacuum, the hammer coming out, immediately giving them that zone back. Very big explosion going on in Epitaph's zone right there. That is a lot of pain for them to have to move through. We do see a lot of blue on the map right now. And slowly, we do see that 96 gal trying to move up. I believe are trying to push. I don't know if they know it's the pro, but there is a pro pushing them right now, just at that little bit of a stalemate, especially with their range.
You don't want to be the one crossing the grates. You want to be the other one to make the mistakes and run at you on the grates. That's where you're vulnerable. But, the pro able to take the space, able to go in, and now they have the crab ready. All of Epitaph is in position. They apply penalty, and with the bubbler, they have a lot of space taken. And how? I mean, Epitaph just used a lot of resources to get this zone. Can they keep it as Team Geo is already back on the attack, Mars?
So we do see that Epitaph really quickly, briefly got that zone painted just to get themselves a little bit extra time. But the vacuum did promptly repaint the zone. The wiper coming for two members of the Epitaph right now. I do believe only got one kill. E-leader right now, just seeing if they can find anybody. Really in a difficult spot. The hammer coming out on the side of Epitaph, I don't think got any kills. But Epitaph is up members right now, which allows them to just try and get that initial push. We do see that 4 members now are back for Timigo. That bubbler coming out on the grate's a very interesting place to put it. Zone promptly being taken back by Timigo.
Yeah, and they're using these vacuums so well to fight as one, to take control, to counter whatever play Epitaph wants to do. Team Geo Fan Club back in control of the zone. They don't have that much penalty mass, and they're getting more and more presence. Henlo right here is going to be splattered, but that was still a lot of pressure. Epitaph are going to need to go in, and they lost 2 players. Epitaph keep losing players. They are not able to get back to the zone. That crab needs to paint.
Even with that being said, we do see that Timigo did manage to get the victory on this one. I do think bringing the E-leader back out definitely made the probabilities a lot higher of them taking that victory. Though leader was on the floor a lot. They were definitely in mid a lot. To be honest, it's a very smart tactic. Not being on the traditional snipes allows you to get that off angle, especially in places that people wouldn't really assume you were there, you know? That little surprise factor going on.
And even if you're not on the grates on this map, you're dangerous with long range. Because there's this flat ground, even without the high ground. A flat ground is going to be good for the weapon that has the most range right here, and we saw that Elita used that perfectly. Even when they were not on top of these grates, they were dangerous. They were forcing Team Geo to dodge to the side, to hide, to wait a little bit. And Team Geo Epitaph, I mean. But yeah, Team Geo ties up the score. We are now 1-1, and it looks like the counter pick is going to be Macomart by Epitaph right here.
Another really good E-Leader map as well.
I mean, every map is a good E-Liter map if you're a good E-Liter.
If you know how to play the weapon, every map's a good map.
Yeah, exactly. One thing to note is that this was the map where Epitaph took a game off of Team Geo in upper bracket finals. So this is a map where Epitaph can be a bit confident going in there. Yeah.
I'm curious to see if they can get another point off the board. It definitely will move the tides a little bit, especially since after the third game we are going into the final two. So it'll either be match point or a tiebreaker, I think.
I mean, whoever wins this game gets a match point, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference because it's grand finals. Team Geo, they only need to win one set. Epitaph will need to get the bracket reset and then win once again if they want to be your Triton-Cup champions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're getting knocked down at those lower brackets, you do have to work your butt a little bit harder, especially if you're climbing yourself back out of the losers brackets.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very,
Exactly.
very tough competition out there, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a tough one for Epitaph, but contrary to the upper bracket, they have the counterpick advantage this time. They are able to get ahead, and I mean they're doing better this time than they were the previous time they met Team Geo. They're able to learn, they're able to adapt. Now it's on Team Geo to adapt and to improve if they want to stop the Epitaph, if they want to win this grand finals, this Triton-Cup. And yeah, we'll see how these two teams do. As I believe, 7 of these players have selected their weapons. We're waiting on the last. And yeah, here we go. Let's get in the game, Mars.
Adapt, improvise, overcome. That's what I have to say.
Yep.
If you wanna make it out here, adapt, improvise, overcome. See what you can do.
Exactly. And there's a bit of adaptation on the side of Team Geo. They bring the Forge Pro, these Booyah Bombs. I mean, this map, this zone, because it's plus shape, it's so much easier to cap with an explosion. So having a Booyah Bomb at the center of that zone is you pretty much have the zone caught.
Absolutely, we did. That. Oh my God! What?
Yeah?
Epitaph does manage to take the zone there. The hammer taking one player out. The Luna Blaster going down. I do believe it was a trade. It might. Yeah, it was. That Zap just trying to get in and paint the zone without getting found out because they do have their special ready. A Booyah Bomb is ready on the side of Timigo as well. Gal did unfortunately go down with the special. Booyah Bomb getting readily prompted, as we say, on the zone just to try and get some more points. Control being taken, but obviously got implicated by Epitaph right now, just trying to get them away from the zone right now. Really nice kill on 4K right there.
And that's Epitaph being able to maintain their control to keep themselves on the zone. Team Geo applied penalty but didn't manage to get that much more, and they have a Luna to their side. I mean, right now Epitaph is using the map perfectly. Henlo going in with the hammer though is going to get a splat, and that's a lot of presence from the fan club. Fan club back onto the zone. They're gonna get a cap, and we're back to another fight for mid.
Tamigo is temporarily back in business right now, just playing it really careful. We do see 4K trying to get some picks. Does go down. 3 members are down on the side of Timigo right now, which allows Epitaph to get that zone back, reapplying the penalty, will cool it up. You do see 3 members of Timigo right here on the left side, just trying to get themselves out. That Wiper coming up through mid just to see if they can get a pick. That hammer coming out, getting 1 member of Epitaph right now on their pursuit right now, just to try and find another member of Epitaph, unfortunately going down, allowing Timigo to get that control. We do see that Gal is desperately trying to get those kills. Very nice fight though. They did go down with 1 kill and slightly weakened the member who did take them down.
a bloodbath in that spot right there. But meanwhile, the rest of Team Geo was really able to hold their presence, to hold the zone, and they get the lead. Epitaph still in need to find a way back forward. U-Snipe is waiting for them with the Forge Pro, simply using their range, their bombs to force Epitaph to get there. Oh! Okay!
Two members down.
Big push by Epitaph. They get that control.
Even though they are getting those really nice kills and pushes, they are prematurely applying their pushes, really unfortunately getting punished by the fact that Timigo is getting the way back in. The hammer coming out with that Booyah Bomb. Another counter hammer going down, taking down a member and managing to get that kill. Timigo still trying to keep that control, getting 2 kills while going down. Epitaph does get that zone back right there, but it's quickly getting contested by the Wiper right now, just seeing if they can get anybody, but sheer number right now forces them to jump out. Epitaph getting that zone back in. A battle. You see right here, the 5 points remain, just trying to keep that zone painted, and they get the point. Let's go.
Epitaph riding the momentum, winning the game once again. That is 2-1. They are 1 game away from resetting the bracket, and Team Geo, I mean, back to the drawing board. They're struggling right now.
They're definitely changing their comps a lot against each other right now. Really subtle tweaks. Keeping that E-leader in there definitely kept the pressure, but it was not enough even with the addition of the Booyah Bomb on this map.
Yep. That is 2-1 for Epitaph. Team Geo Fan Club counterpicks Bluefin Depot. That's... I mean, it's a good map for a backline, and once again, they did that on Crab Leg. They bring the backline once again, they bring Bluefin Depot. That's what you want to do. Now, honestly, on this map, the Hammers could be dangerous, could beat them. So Team Geo, I think that's good on paper for them, but they're certainly not out of the woods yet. They need to play very well and deny all the shenanigans that we know Epitaph can bring.
Elite go.
Yep.
Oh, that's a different mini. I believe that's one of the new kits. Yeah, with beacons and Trizuka. That's an interesting change on the side of Epitaph right there.
Yeah, these Zukas are another way to force the Elite out, another range attack that's going to be good for Epitaph. And Epitaph, once again, big opening, able to push Team Geo out. That's how Epitaph are starting every game, by really taking the first control, because Team Geo are all about pushing back in. And oh, look at that!
Epitaph down on the
not
side.
stopping.
Yeah, exactly. That Luna going in, getting those 2 kills.
Ooh!
Absolutely brilliant. We do see that they are getting fought in their own spawn right now. Epitaph really is just not giving Timigo a break right now, really disallowing them to get out of the spawn right now. Gal really just trying to hold that pressure in the corner right there, being forced to jump out, I believe, for their own safety, because I would do the exact same thing. But Zuka really is just taking people out, stopping them from being able to actually get that stable push that they need to retake.
Epitaph shenanigans, getting splat after splat. And look at that in there! They're there! There's no way in for Team Geo. Team Geo, too late. That's a bracket reset. That's a bracket reset. Epitaph, it felt like they were stronger and stronger every single game.
Absolutely, and with the addition of the Trizuka, it definitely allowed them to keep that zone, keeping the nuisance weapons out of the way, such as Wipo, because it's very good to get in on its own, but also the Elite not being allowed to really have a stable position to actually keep themselves, and really kept Timigo on their toes, and definitely paid the price as a result.
Yeah. So, Mars, this tournament's not over. There's a bracket reset that our viewers will be able to watch, but we won't be here to cast it. Unfortunately, we have technical issue. We need to end the stream. Thankfully for us, Usnipe from Team Geo Fan Club is streaming, so we'll be rating them. We'll be able to watch the conclusion from their perspective. So sorry about that, but we still get to see the conclusion of that tournament. Thank you so much for watching. I am Pat here with Mars. Thank you so much for Jorian for observing, and we'll see you in the next